showtime!
Yo, we are live in this piece. We are live, baby. We are live. Oh yeah, man. Waiting on my brother from another mother. I'd like to hop on into Chizak. He fell asleep briefly. I had to catch him at the right time before it would have been over and done with. It wasn't intentional, but he fell asleep. So wait on him, and then once we get him in the chat in the building, then we gonna get the show rolling and we're gonna vibe and do our thing. You know how it is. But yo, what's up, Golden One? What's up with your boy? It's gonna be our resident duo, but you know, my man fell asleep, so that's what happens when you do life outside of the norm. So you know, we gotta do our thing. But yo, hopefully it's a good show tonight. We're definitely gonna get the ball rolling, and it's gonna be a fun time. But yo, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yo, how you feeling, Golden? You Gucci, my man? You Gucci, my boy? You Gucci? 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 But we got a lot to talk about. Where you been at, man? I missed the movie night streams and stuff. Man, I travel so much, I forgot all about it. I do need to get back into Twitch. I do need to get back into Twitch to do those streams because those were fun. I gotta get. Honestly, we're gonna set it up to where me and Highlight do a lot of stuff. We might incorporate that with the pod and all that stuff. So we might as well go ahead and knock it out. So we definitely gonna do that. We definitely gonna do that. But it was good. It's good that you're all right, man. For sure. But yeah, waiting on Highlight to get into the chat so we can start the shizo. But other than that, man, it's been real Gucci. It's been real lit. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us last week for 3 hours. Shit was crazy. Oh, I forgot most of y'all are still in school. I do not miss those days. I do not miss those days at all. I do not miss school. Boy, happy hair.
What the hell did I just walk into, man? What the hell did I just walk into, man? Boy, oh my goodness.
Man.
Only in America.
How you been, man?
Been pretty swell, my guy.
Outside of being a sleepyhead.
That's what happens when you stay up till 3 a.m. previous day, guys. I do apologize about that, but we here.
You said, God. Hey, that's all love, man. You know, this won't be a long episode. So,
man,
because we'll probably talk about certain things, chop it up with the fam and all that stuff. But yeah, man,
for sure.
But outside of that, it's pretty. Like we got Elimination Chamber, got 5 a.m. What the?
Oh,
we're definitely gonna talk about that.
Dang. If you watching from overseas, don't even try that. I've been listening to y'all. Oh, you soft Americans, tough it out.
Yes, bitch, I'm soft. Yes, bitch. Yes.
Like, first of all,
what up, Chico? What up, my dog?
Hey, what's happening, Mo? What's good?
4 a.m. for you, man. See. But the thing is, I always get like I could just turn it into like me hopping on a plane because I have to wake up at 5 a.m. anyway to hop on a plane for 7 a.m. to get to where I got to go for the next city. So I can look at it, but yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. So I guess we might as well go ahead and run the intro.
Yeah, let's run it. This man brought back flashbacks to SummerSlam. Good Lord.
Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. You're definitely going to talk about that. You know. Producer Gress, which is me, wrote the intro.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH Unleashed! Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Hero, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is episode 59 of this podcast. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, GRESH. And joining me as always is none other than my main man, my right-hand man, my partner in them, Mr. Highlight Real. Excuse the big fro. You know, you got to do what you got to do. What's up with your partner?
What's up? Yeah, y'all excuse the big old puffy fro on today, man. We getting the hair done tomorrow, you feel me? So, had to breathe it a little bit, you feel me? Had to breathe it a little bit, so, we here.
I'm gonna be there eventually because I got these locks. So, I got.
Come on now.
I got the tools. I'm surprised they stay intact. I've had them for about a week. They usually fall out of place.
Hey, I see you got the side. You got the Jimmy Usos going on today, huh?
Oh yeah, my stuff gonna be long. That Jimmy.
I might mess around, and get that tomorrow. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
You get the tool to the side, just walking around.
To the side. You're like, let's go.
But for those of you who don't know, hey, this is the GRESH Unleashed podcast. We typically talk about everything that is professional wrestling, but for today we're gonna be mainly talking our bread and butter. Can Roman Reigns finally trust the Rock in this new version of heel Hollywood corporate Rock? Can he trust him? Like, we're gonna be asking that question. We're gonna be talking about that here on today's episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast, which is titled Rock Hard, because he threw up the guns, sitting like he's a part of the gun club.
Oh boy.
Oh man, but man, we appreciate you guys always rocking it with your boys, your bros, the fam. Last week, y'all really rocked with us for 3 hours. That was crazy. I don't get it. How did y'all stay with us? But shout out to Rufus Lala, Cam with the Susio Boys podcast. Like, they showed up and showed out. That was a fun time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed every episode of the GRESH Unleashed podcast, which you can download by visiting www.gressunleashed.com or simply going to wherever you get your podcasts. Speaking of news, before we get into today's show, make sure you guys keep up and check out our previous episodes of the podcast from the Talking Ish side of things. Make sure you guys check out the one I did with Sloan, Susio Boys podcast last week. Fun time. It was literally like two uncles rocking it and having a good time, just chopping it up. We were just literally making jokes. And this is the best conversations, I feel like. The Talking Ish is basically the best conversations because there's no script. It's just me chopping it up with the boys, with the bros. That's literally it. Like, we just here having a good time, having a blast. And speaking of having a blast, this coming Friday, we got another one dropping, and it's with my main man, my right hand. How the Highlight is my right hand man. This man is my backbone in the content creation. He helps me and guides me. He's none other than my main man, Derek Myers Jr. He's gonna be with us. He's gonna be rocking with us on this Friday, 10:15 a.m. Not p.m. a.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as right here on youtube.com/GRESH Unleashed Pod. So make sure you guys check that out. We literally talk about everything, complacency in media, everybody getting lazy, losing sight of the art. That is a great conversation that I hope you guys really, really check out and go out of your way to check out. It's literally two brothers, two light-skinned brothers in the podcast and media game, just chopping it up, having a good time, having a blast. But yo, make sure you guys check that out. He is he's pretty much the bridge that linked me and my boy Highlight together. He pretty much me and him came up together in the media. He saw me coming from a little kid in the media game, and now I'm right where I am. So I wouldn't without help from him, I wouldn't be where I am today. So make sure you guys show up and show out for that podcast. And as far as for you people who are support of the main YouTube channel, another video of yours just dropped today, and that is the final what if for the Tribal Chief versus Past trilogy, WWE 2K23, the second to last video that I'm gonna be doing using that game. But yo, it is what if this is how Roman Reigns gets dethroned at WrestleMania. To give you a sneak peek, I use Cody Rhodes, The Rock, basically current Rock. I use a nice little tribute, like I have a little cameo here and there. Pretty much lets you know that at the end of the day, this is a video game. But I see the way that this a version of this game, or the way that I booked this, go down in real life. That's pretty much what if they do this. So make sure you guys check that out over on youtube.com/@itsgresh today, or whenever you want to listen to it. But yo, a lot of content is dropping.
Shout out to my boy. Hey man, I gotta tell you, talking to Ish, man, you know, I had a chance to catch up on some episodes. I was binge watching it, binge listening, I should say, while I was on the road over the weekend, man. And you know, shout out to all the previous guests from like Low, you know what I'm saying, Jay Bougie, you know what I'm saying, like you was doing your thing, brother, and it was great listening to those stories and everything. But all due respect to every previous guest, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be my favorite. It's gonna be my favorite.
Well, with DJ, man,
it's a family affair. You know what I'm saying?
It's a family affair.
That's favoritism.
That's the thing about the podcast. It's like this is a whole family affair. Like this is literally just like we don't do drama. This is all about fun. And shout out to Ciendo over with I literally just wrapped up before NXT her show for I forgot the exact name. It's a lot to talk, but we basically review and preview, give you heads up of what happened in NXT. So make sure you guys check that out. She is a sweetheart in this community, especially in the community full of vultures. So you have to weed out the negativity. But she is someone you really, really check out. She may be in the chat. She may not be. She probably fell asleep because I know she got work across town where she lives. But definitely check out That Wrestling Girls, those Wrestling Girls.
Yes.
Check out her check out their channel. That's where I was live at with her. Great conversation talking about NXT live. It was a fun experience. Make sure you guys check that out wherever you listen to your podcast.
Let's go.
Speaking of this podcast, we no longer have football to talk about.
Ooh.
But we're definitely going to be chopping it up with the fam. Did you peep All-Star Weekend?
I did not, and I am so glad I didn't, apparently, based off what I heard, man.
Bro.
Based off what I heard. Oh,
that was
my
so
goodness.
boring, man. That was the most boring.
I only heard there was one thing worth that entire weekend, and that was Steph Curry versus old girl from the WNBA.
Oh, Sabrina?
Yes, and that was it. Aside from that, I heard it was straight cheeks.
It was boring. Like if they don't do nothing to change, I don't see myself watching next year.
I have a proposal for it. I mean, a lot of people
talk about it.
So, well, yeah, I guess we can put that in place of you know what I'm saying? We can put that in place of it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you know what? Honestly, man, shout out to my sports fans out there. But honestly, the All-Star game's kind of been trashed for some years. I was talking to one of my coworkers on yesterday, actually, and he was talking about the difference between like today's era versus like back in the day of like the Jordan era and even the Kobe era, right? Like those All-Star games were more fun to watch because they were actually competitive. They took it seriously. But for some reason, today's stars don't seem to take it seriously.
They're playing it like it's a video game.
Yeah, right. And it's a vacation to them, right? So it's like they're not going to go hard like they would for, say, playoff season. So here's my thing. I say why don't they really, for real, incorporate the women from the WNBA into the All-Star game, right? And you can do it one of two ways. You can do it similar to what you did with Steph Curry and Sabrina and make it a men versus women, or mix up some of the women on the east side and some of the women on the west side with some of the men from the east and the west, and make it like a competitive, women versus women, men versus men, intergender style kind of matchup. But I know for a fact, them women gonna play hungry and competitively, where they gonna make the men step it up and actually play for real. You know what I'm saying? And then, because hey, women ain't gonna play around, bro. They gonna take it for real. And I know if women come down the court hitting them shots, the men gonna be like, oh no, I can't let her. Nah, I ain't gonna let Shawty outdo me. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be competitive with it. Let's have some fun with it. Like
fun.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, when I was watching, I'm like, bro, these dunks, the dunk contest. My gripe with the dunks, because I'm like, bro, you are doing dunks that I literally see people do on the regular.
Bro. Can I tell you, like, the last real good dunk contest we ever had was 2016, and those memes were not lying. Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine was the last real good. We need that back, bro.
My God.
Like, the only people, Stephen A. Smith said this like 2 or 3 years ago, and I still stand by it. They need to stop playing and have these NBA players just sponsor them street style and one dunkers, okay, and doggone it, let them first place get like $1 million, second place get 500,000, and third place get like 100,000. And bro, watch how serious them dunkers off the street take this dunk contest and get more creative, bro. They gonna be doing stuff we ain't never seen. Like, niggas ain't jumping off of cars no more, bro. Remember when Blake Griffin, at least people tried to clown him like, oh, he jumped over the hood. At least he jumped over a car.
Something. Like this man, who jumped over Kai Cenat?
Oh, that was Jaylen Brown, straight out the Celtics.
Nigga.
He got drugged all weekend. They were driving.
You jumped over a 5'3" and a dream size man.
Sitting down, too.
Sitting down. So he wasn't even 5'3" sitting down. He was what, half of that? So he was what? What's half? So he was what, 2.5 sitting down?
Pretty much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I was supposed to be impressed.
Bro, their creativity has got to step up, bro. Like, if you can't do nothing, get with these street dunkers, bro. I'm telling you, sponsor them, let them compete for first, second, and third with a cash prize, and watch how much more entertaining that dunk contest is going forward. We will get that Zach LaVine, you know what I'm saying, Aaron Gordon level dunk contest we miss. You know what I mean? And people were blaming, if y'all blaming LeBron James, by the way, I don't blame you for that, because he did kind of set this up. Because ever since, if you think about it, superstars used to Kobe, Dwight Howard, even Nate Robinson, who wasn't necessarily a superstar, but at least because of how short he was, he became one, and you knew who he was going forward. There were so many names, dude, that used to actually compete in this thing, and everybody wanted LeBron so bad. And I'm talking about like 2003 to 2009 LeBron. With the way he would tease people in those pre-games and just do crazy dunks, he like, please get in the dunk contest, and he'd never do it. And ever since, not one superstar has done the same thing. Literally, it's been no names. Every year, I'm like, who? Who are you? I ain't never seen you or heard it. Who are you?
Bro, I literally almost got dragged up and down the timeline when I was like, I have no idea who none of these people are.
Hey, and that says a lot about Jaylen Brown, man. Like, I know DJ gonna get on you about that one.
Oh no, like, he did. On the podcast that that's dropping Friday, he was like, bro, you know who Jaylen Brown is. I said, oh yeah, my bad. But at the time I was like, who is this nigga?
Yeah,
who is this? And it's more so, it's not because I don't know who it is. It's more so, it's just like, you're not doing anything to help me remember you. You're not standing out. You're not giving me a name like a Kobe or a LeBron or a Steph Curry or a James Harden. You're not giving me anything memorable. You're literally, you're just there. You
are. And to be fair, I will say the last Shout out to everybody who's like a fan of the Greek Freak. I will say there was a year when he entered the dunk contest, but it was before people actually knew who he was. So sometimes there was evidence that dunk contest kind of made stars out of people like DeMar DeRozan, the Greek Freak, and some other people who entered, and it became a thing. But for whatever reason, it has not made a star out of anyone that we didn't know coming into the contest. And it seems like, bless Jaylen Brown's heart, but from what I saw and heard online, yeah. Matter of fact, I'll put it to you this way though. I heard the Celebrity All-Star Game was more entertaining than any of what we got from the main All-Star game.
It was. And that's saying something, because the funny thing that I got out of it is Ruby Rose told Kai Cenat to score 60 points, and the nigga only scored 4.
Bro, I swear, I didn't even know who the heck that dude was until like maybe a few months ago. And I'm
you're not alone. I don't follow a lot of people on like, that's why, and people be thinking I'm joking when I say if we are in the same field, content creation, streaming, I'm not watching you. That's the truth. I don't watch you unless you're family, and even then, to an extent, I'll probably put your shit on loop just to give you some revenue.
Facts. Come on.
But as far as like actually consuming your content, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not gonna watch it. And it's not no dig at nobody. It's just because I don't want to, like I always say, I don't want to subconsciously steal your ideas.
No, facts. And it's smart to do. Like when we're in this space, I've noticed we have to do that because you don't want to be like, dang, why didn't I think about that? Right. And be like, dang, why didn't I think about that for my followers and this and that? So it's, and it's the same way with me as an artist. It's the same case. Like if I don't listen to you, that doesn't mean that I'm not supporting you. That's meaning like, yo, I gotta make sure that when I'm making my own original music, I'm not biting or copying your flow or your what you're talking about. So I have to monitor that, but that doesn't mean I won't put you on in the car or, like you said, leave it on loop on the Spotify or something so that you get in your plays. You know what I mean? So, bro, it is.
A lot of people don't get that. So it's like I didn't know who Kai Cenat is until I see him trending on Twitter about saying something stupid.
Exactly. And that's
the only time I see people. I'm like, bro, you said something stupid. Oh, you encouraged something stupid. Oh, okay. Like I seen a few clips, like he had Nicki Minaj on his joint. And she called him, she asked him, are you slow? So it's stuff like that I'm like, oh, but I know I'm not his audience, or I'm not interested in his content. That don't mean I'm not gonna act like I don't know who he is. So, but yeah, outside of that, yeah, the Celebrity was better, and then the actual All-Star game that was on Sunday was just nothing but glorified stat padding.
Yeah, man, that's and I hate hearing that, man.
That's literally what I got. I was like, bro, it went from, I was so bored, I put 2011 to 186 instead of 211 to 186. I was just like, my bad, I got the numbers wrong.
Oh, bro, like I really hate hearing that though, for real, man, because it's just one of those things you're like
the crowd really was not even moved when they was making those good shots too. They was just like, oh, okay.
And that's another thing my coworker was talking about, because he's literally from that older generation of like with the Michael Jordan era and all of that, right? And even like I said, to some degree, the Kobe era. And the thing about it is, like he was saying, it's crazy how just when you look over the years, it's like, man, back then he's like, man, these dudes don't even try to play defense, and those tickets weren't cheap for fans. So he's like, if you're a kid, like a little kid, and you're at that All-Star game, you're excited because you're seeing your favorite players. But when you're a grown, whether you're a teenager or not, maybe not even teenager, let's just say young adult to actual grown adult, and you're there and you paid $15,000 or $1,500 for a ticket to this thing. Yeah. Exactly. But you paid that. And you go to this game, and that's all you get. Like, and it's not even effort. It's just, oh, hey, look what I can do. I can just pull up from half court, and nobody's gonna guard it. Like, you don't want to go pay that much to see that.
When I just watch it on TV for free.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because I ain't
Why
gonna lie
should
to
we care?
you, it was literally after like 5 minutes into the game, it became background noise.
Yeah, and that's partially why I've been a little checked out. Sports has had me checked out this entire year so far. You know, from football with my Titans to my Grizzlies. You know, dealing with injuries this year, so I couldn't really tune in. I told DJ that earlier today. I was like, yeah, I kind of been checked out, but playoff season will be here after the next few months. So once playoff season get here, I'll tune in heavily. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I don't know what's going on. I know who's up top.
Yeah,
You know.
we pay attention. We just don't watch it like y'all do. Like we're not. I'm not gonna be bored out of my mind on every Sunday. Like we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's that kind of year. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we're in our playoffs of pro wrestling right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like by the time Mania ends, I'll be fully into basketball again. I'll be there.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, we good.
And speaking of Mania, that's a nice little segue to go into our main bread and butter. Is can Roman Reigns fully trust heel Rock? Did you peep that promo on SmackDown?
I did, and I had a chance to rewatch it actually just yesterday to try to let it marinate. And I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. I know you, because I remember you texting me that night when it was live. And that was hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Now, much like anyone else, the moment this man came out in this Versace vest, you know what I'm saying, blending Hollywood rock with 90s rock and these. Okay, first and foremost, some of y'all praised this just a little too much in terms of the appearance. Yes, I give him creativity in terms of, you know, digging into the bag a little bit. But here's the thing. One, Rock, all due respect, it don't look right without the hair, my guy. It don't. Not for me. I'm sorry. I need the sideburns. I need the hair. I don't know if you can get it back. I don't know, but bro.
Oh no, his hair. You saw his hairline. His hairline is further back than segregation. No, we're not doing that.
Well, then it's maybe he should have just went all 100% Hollywood or just created a new persona, because that version of The Rock is long gone.
Listen, I'm probably gonna say something so controversial, but
come on, Gresh.
Nothing changed about this Rock. If you are okay, and this is no dig on anybody, I enjoyed this promo for what it was, but it did not advance any story for me.
Agreed.
That was my only gripe going to. I'm like, okay, yeah, you did finally you insulted the crowd. Finally your life has meaning. You said you're gonna slap the herpes off somebody's lips. You pretty much insulted the Utah Jazz and all that stuff. You mentioned Michael Jordan and all that stuff. And then I'm like, okay, so where are we going with the story? Yeah, we got the whole thick and the shebang, heel, Hollywood / corporate Rock, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the one story that he did progress with, it didn't make sense to me a little bit, but I had to let it sit to see, okay, he's a delusional heel. But when he was like, Cody, what was the story? You lost last year at WrestleMania and you should have moved on. And I'm like, I'm not the biggest Cody fan, but I had to sit through an entire year of this man playing side missions. He moved on. He didn't bitch. He didn't moan. He fought Brock. Rock with a B. He fought Rock with a B over this past summer. Then after that, he went into basically a tag team with Jey Uso after getting him over on Raw. Then they teased Roman and Cody for a bit. And then he went back to Raw, lost the tag team titles. Then he moved on to Shinsuke Nakamura into this year. And he won the Royal Rumble, where newsflash, Rock, when you win the Royal Rumble, you choose a title. He chose Roman after reneging, and then WWE basically overcomplicated it for no reason.
You know what? I agree, bro, because I was listening to Busted Open just because it's always cool listening to some of the veteran insights from a Bully Ray or, Mark Henry and them. And so they described it as it's funny because even with some of these content creators, they're actually bashing The Rock, but not in a mean way, in a way where they're like, you can tell he's out of touch. Like yo, like they were saying, for one, he has no opponent technically speaking at the moment officially yet. Now we know what they're trying to set up, but he has no opponent at WrestleMania. You have not been a heel since literally your Hollywood heel persona, and look how far back that was. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it ain't Hollywood, man. So you on live TV, my guy. Like, this ain't no cut. Say your lines over these. So
I ain't gonna lie to you. That entire promo, he was just rambling.
Yeah, he was. And the thing about it is, it's like he hasn't. And I believe I heard this on Busted Open as well. But
you heard it last week too.
It was.
Well,
it's like
he has not evolved at all.
Yeah, he hasn't evolved with reading today's crowd. Like, you're mentioning Trailer Park Trash, bro. Like, nobody says that much anymore, Rock. All due respect, my guy. Nobody talks about fat shaming anymore, bro.
We are accepting all sizes matter.
That was 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of things, like, Rock, respectfully, we, the ones that loved you and still love you, don't get it twisted, we are grown now. Okay? We're grown men and women now. All right? So the Rock that I can go back and look at when he was young, that's still funny because you were in your prime. And even with me being older,
now you're trying to toe the line of not getting canceled because you're a pro image. So it's like you can only go so far.
Yeah, and it's like, Rock, you can. They're saying give them time. You know, they're giving them time.
We're not dismissing it. We're just giving you our thoughts on what we just saw.
For sure, yeah. I'm going off of some of what I heard through what I was listening while formulating my own thoughts, of course. And it's like, let's give him time. Let's see if he can catch it, because it has been a while for him. We'll say it like that. It has been a while. You know, normally it would just be an occasional pop, and like they said, I mean, this is different. Like, he earned the true pop that you're gonna always get when you randomly show up. But to be there consistently,
and even if he is there consistently, because we don't know. Well, at least technically part-time.
I guess we'll know for this week, because obviously,
it's taped.
Yeah, since it's taped, we know he'll likely be there this week. So we'll have to see where this goes, man. But yeah, Rock, you gotta. I mean, shout out to Sir Wilkins. I know he's like a super duper big Rock fan, and he's like over fanboying it out. But I'm like, yo, man,
and that's pretty much where my point is going. It's like, if you are going into this just for the nostalgia, yo, you are having a blast. Like BK, shout out BK Jackson. He hit me up. He was like, bro, The Rock, bro, I got goosebumps. I'm like, congrats. And that was my initial reaction, because it's like, it's like I was looking at it from a advancing the story point of view. And when in the little time that they did advance the story, he did not make a lick of sense
at all, man.
But from a nostalgia point of view, he made sense, because it's like, bro, this is just The Rock having fun, trying to feel the Utah crowd to see if he still got it. And it's like, okay, once he shakes the cobwebs off, I'm pretty sure he'll get it, because he's no slouch. He know what he hears the feedback.
Oh yeah. He definitely does, man, and I'm sure he'll pick it up. I mean, one thing he's always been good at, and we peeped that, is that, and I heard this also on Busted Open, like when they were breaking it down, he's always been good at catching things on the fly, right, and being an audible type of person. The fact that he knew at the press conference automatically the way the crowd reacted, like if you looked at his facial expression, as Bully Ray pointed out, like at first it was that badass, I'm coming out MFer looks, bumps, shoulder bumps, Seth Rollins keeps it moving. But the moment he got those boos, that jawline dropped. That jawline dropped as in, wait, how dare you boo The Rock? Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. And as he catches it and he sees it, I mean, he's been in the business a long time. So he knows, hey, they're not really feeling this. Okay, bet. Now I'm going to turn this into my thing and I'm going to make them win me over. Hollywood Rock was a baby face. Remember, he organically had the crowd turning on him back then. When Brock beat him for the title, or Rock would have beat him for the title, what happened? Crowd was booing him during the match, and he's supposed to be the babyface, but yet they cheered when he lost that title. And went away for a bit.
Rocky died, and all that stuff. Yeah,
came back, and Hollywood Rock was born, right? Even before then, if you go back to like Rocky Die, he being the good guy who smiled all the time as Rocky Maivia, he wasn't used to that. But then when he developed this Rock persona, he was like, okay, bet. So when he figures this out in this 50-year-old version in a way that ages with today's
reminded me, when you brought up his age, that reminded me when he first walked out, my reaction was, bro, you'll be 52 in May. Why are you wearing this?
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, you'll be 52 in May. Why are we wearing this? That was my first reaction, but then it's like you say, like I had to watch it back more than once. And as I digested, I'm like, okay, you can tell this wasn't the reaction he was looking for, and they're improvising.
And speaking of which, since we're talking basically story, the main thing about all of this was really watching the body language of the Bloodline as all of this was going down. And as we're about to get into, it's really more so just thinking, well, okay, Roman knew that he was going to be saying catchphrases, and he said, hey, listen, as my cousin comes out, he's going to do his thing. You know how that goes, but this is a big moment. Don't mess it up. XYZ. We're going to officially welcome him into the Bloodline. Meanwhile, now Solo, who's never happy, is always in the same facial expression. Well, Solo, expected. But Jimmy wasn't being goofy. Paul Heyman was maybe doing a chuckle or two, and Roman was kind of just standing there as Roman does. But it makes you wonder. When you smell what the Bloodline is cooking, it wasn't a wheat of ones, it was just throwing up a one. Yet you say to yourself, okay, well, could this mean my theory's coming true? Could this be a situation like, dare I say, the world's worst WrestleMania, as they say in WrestleMania in Atlanta? We still need a do-over. Yep. When The Rock, kind of played the enforcer route and kind of cost John Cena his championship to win back against The Miz, and then The Miz gets the win, and then, it set up that year-long build-up for their match. Could we be getting this at Mania? I've heard a lot of people talk about, when Roman finally loses that title, I've heard people, even before this all kind of fell into place, I remember listening to theories in the past about people saying, hey, what if, everybody talks about double agents, and they're talking about, like, what if Roman gets turned on? Everybody said it would be Solo. But now it's like, what if the elders sent The Rock? Cody did say something about he spoke to a nice set of wise counsel, including one that knew him very well. Who was not to say that maybe this was the ploy all along. Maybe whatever he whispered to Cody in that moment was to let him know, hey, I got you, brother. This is all a part of the plan.
He's a long gamer.
Yeah, who knows? I get the strangest feeling. It seems like we're going to get this tag match. That's what it looks like they want to build to.
But where? At Mania 2?
They're
still advertising Seth to defend the title at Mania.
Given that this is the beauty of 2 nights, I guess. Thank God it's 2 nights. Because I don't know how in the old formula of WrestleMania, I don't know how you would have did all of this, because there's no way. I mean, you did do it with Daniel Bryan. I know how they did that. You know, him and Triple H. That
He
first,
started off the night and then
yeah,
he
and then,
closed
yeah.
the night.
But see, like if that had been a 2-night WrestleMania, like what we got, y'all know that would have been a night one situation where it would have main evented, and he would have beat Triple H going into night 2. Then he would have been in the main event if they had it back then. So now that they have this 2-night format that they've had since the pandemic, it's more like, okay, well, yeah, you could do that tag match on night 1, have it main event, and then dare I say it'd be a situation where I could almost say,
or we can go the route that I said, like I predicted in that What If video. I basically said, have the advertised Seth Rollins versus his challenger, but have it where the Bloodline takes out the challenger before the match. Set up Seth Rollins to get jumped out for night 1. Still have the advertised Cody versus Roman match with The Rock pretty much in the corner to make sure that the odds are stacked against Cody. And then towards the end, have pretty much everybody who was screwed over by the Bloodline pretty much even the odds. Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, maybe Cody. I mean, not Cody, maybe Kevin Owens, maybe. If you just want to add some little razzle. Like, have everybody who was screwed over except for Drew McIntyre come and even the odds.
Yeah, that would.
And then also during the match, have it to where Rock starts teasing where he wants to take control away from Roman. Like every time someone tries to interfere on Roman's behalf, he says, "Stop. You listen to me because I'm the High Chief."
Yeah, that High Chief part specifically is going.
They need to specify High Chief if that's the route they're going to go. They like Roman is the tribal chief, but Rock is one of the High Chiefs, the elders.
You know, I wouldn't mind them actually putting that in his title actually somehow too. Like like on screen in his persona right now. Like this is the Rock we should get. No Hollywood, no corporate.
And I think that's pretty much where I was at. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, we got the Hollywood thing, but it's like long term, I don't want that.
Yeah,
I need a High Chief.
Get a High Chief Rock because it fits more for this story. We need High Chief Rock. All right, he can come off and start off like a heel, but it really turns out he's actually getting in High Chief mode, especially since it's real life, since he's really a High Chief. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that comes to where, like you say, Rock feels out of touch because it's like, yeah, for nostalgia purposes, cool. You can still do the Hollywood Rock get shtick, but evolve it a little bit. Include like, okay, now that that's out the way, like have him backstage be like, okay, now that that's out the way, you know I'm a High Chief. I've been watching you. And I get what you're saying. This man disrespected our family. Like, have him establish that he's a High Chief in character.
No, I agree, man. The only thing about Attitude Era wrestlers is that they've shown so far they're not evolving that well. Like, they were good for the time they were, but if the more they get into modern era, it's just a walking nostalgia act because Exhibit A would be Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I love me some Stone Cold Steve Austin. But at the end of the day, what did you get truly when it came to him and Kevin Owens a couple years ago at Mania?
What?
You got exactly what you thought you were going to get. Austin in jorts, in a t-shirt, whooping ass, doing what he does.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I mean. It's like, if it's strictly for nostalgia purposes, they're doing all the right things. But to evolve the story, there's a million ways you can go with this. You can have Rock still do his whole finally, and then accept that he's like, you know what? The Rock accepts his position as the High Chief and tap off of that and have him basically, because let's keep it a stack. When you see Rock next to Roman immediately looks like little brother.
Oh yeah. I mean,
he's the undisputed champion.
Straight up quiet. I mean, he's like he's like what we said last week when he was like where he's like Seth basically is to him. You know, you
My
just
little
see
brother
that.
Seth. Now you little brother Roman.
Yeah. And you just expect it. And everybody else is kind of in their corner doing what they do, including this cheese and that. We're going to get into him later.
We're going to get into him when we get to the Raw side. Yeah, but yeah, it's like anything else you want to add? Because I feel like we said everything there's to say. It's like I need them to do more.
Yeah,
that's
man.
my only takeaway from can Roman Reigns really trust the Rock?
I hope so, man. Well, no, actually, I don't hope so. I want to see who's ahead of who in terms of like who's going to.
I need them to add depth to it. Don't just have him come out there and do the same stick. Finally, Rock. I'm like, all right. You can literally have him just. You can just replay. You can honestly, if you're gonna have Rock come out here and do the whole finally thing and with no evolution, you can literally replay that promo from SmackDown in Utah and just not have him show up.
Or do the satellite thing that he did, because I mean, we saw how that barely worked against John Cena, man. It did because he had moments where it was like, okay, you still got it, but at the same time, when I say barely, it barely got you through.
Once John Cena exposed the thing written on the wrist, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. As soon as he exposed that he was still writing notes on his wrist, I'm like, oh, it's a wrap. That's it. We're done. Yeah, you're done. So hopefully they evolve with this, and if they don't, just spare me and just show me highlights of Rock's greatest hits and call it a day. And I'll see you at WrestleMania. So we'll see how they do SmackDown as well as Elimination Chamber and see if like they do any type of story evolution with this. But can Roman Reigns trust The Rock? I hope not. But also, can The Rock evolve? Hopefully. I truly hope so. Also, that happened during this week. Did you see that O'Shea clip that everybody's been talking about online?
Man, I did, brother. I did. I was actually watching. I got to finish the interview because I was watching the interview, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna listen, because a lot of times video versions, I don't watch them the way I used to. I'd rather listen to it. So a lot of times I'm gonna finish the interview in audio form. But I did see the clip online, and I was like, bro, this is why I've always been a fan of yours and your dad. But that was your dad talking right now, boy. I said,
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, here's a clip of O'Shea Jackson. Is it Jackson?
Jackson, yes.
O'Shea Jackson Jr., the son of Ice Cube, having some thoughts about, I guess you could say, AEW.
If I'm watching someone on AEW and I ask, who is this guy? I don't need you to tell me I'm not a real wrestling fan, to tell me how could you not know such and such who did, who gives a damn? Like, I need you, all right, inform me, bro. Or at least have your programming in a way to let people know why you should love this dude, why you should fuck with this guy. That's something that I feel like is missing. Conan, when I was on his podcast, he brought up, when you watch UFC, and they give you a little backstory about this dude, backstory about that dude, what this guy's had to go through, what he's done, and vice versa. And then they put him in the room, and they cuss each other out. And then by watching those videos, you've picked a side of who you're with. That's missing from that. What they have is this niche group of people who watch all of these wrestling shows, and they're already in the know. So when they see these names together, it is a dream match for them. But you're trying to sell this to American television, baby. You got to movie that up a little bit. You got to give me some cinema to follow, something to hold on to besides the announce team running down a list for me while this dude's walking down the ramp. And I feel like that's missing. And when you are trying to get involved and trying to really give something a chance, and when you question it even a little bit, and you get 80 no-faced accounts coming at you. At any given time, you're like, man, fuck this noise, bro. Like, I'm cool off of it. If y'all like it, I don't. And I don't want that. You know, I have people over there that I'm cool with, you know.
Man,
So
no
much to
lies
dissect.
detected. No
None.
lies detected. I
None.
mean,
Bro, it's like I love this man literally in terms of what he's thinking. That's a true wrestling fan, and I respect him for saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, it's like, dog, okay, the no face thing for me in general, because you show we get on that all the
boy,
time.
it's so many trolls.
You no faced individuals are the worst. Like,
The worst.
and that was the living example of what he just called y'all out 100% in the most polite way of doing it too, because he could have got
you already know how they reacted.
oh yeah, of course they reacted, and they're gonna try to talk about him now and try to clip it and quote it, and it's like you already proven the point if you did that. And
First things first, I would say go out of your way to listen to the interview if you actually
Mhm.
want to see exactly what he's talking about. But if you don't want to listen to, then that's your prerogative. But for those who actually want to hear his point of view, check out the Chris Van Vliet, because he's been this interviewer has been all over the place, especially after what happened on Sunday. That was also the talk of the town that we're not going to talk about on this show, because I'm not, like I said, we already gave our thoughts about this individual 3 episodes ago. If you want our opinions on that, look on the pre-show of that. If you don't worry about it. But like I said, we're not going to talk about it on here. But I'm just saying, like, it was the talk of the town, man. It was the talk of the town. And it's like, what he's saying makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, don't get me wrong. AEW tried that. They tried to appease to the casual, but they didn't get it right. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, the entire MJF storyline was trying to appease to the casuals, but that storyline sucked. After a while, when Adam Cole got injured, the entire storyline went off hill.
It did.
And it started, and you can tell that particular storyline was dedicated to the casuals. And I'm like, and I showed clips of this to someone who I know don't watch AEW. They was like, what is this shit?
Yeah, man.
So they're trying, but at the same time, I feel like, and I'm gonna get your opinion in just a second, but I'm like, I feel like if AEW take what he said as far as like, okay, digest into your video packages, like give me a reason to give a shit about, say, a commander, or who's new around here, a Queen Aminata. Give me, like, have her sit down, and I think they do that too. Like, they do it. Like, if you watch Rampage, they do it. Like, I watched her on Rampage. They actually had her sitting down and explaining why you should care. So they do it. They just don't do it on a bigger scale.
Yeah, I would say for Queen Aminata, they actually did with Renee. They had a sit down, and I remember seeing the whole thing of. It was a really touching interview that made me care about her on a deeper level. The problem is you can't put something like that out and then expect me to still be invested if you got her losing. Like, after an interview like that, with how emotional it got, you gotta start pushing her now, bro. Like,
I mean, she had I can give them credit. They did have her win on Rampage against Anna Jay. But let's keep it a stack. Don't that many people watch Rampage?
That doesn't do Anna Jay any favors either. Talk about a star that fell. Man. Seriously, man, because she's another one that just got super lost in the shuffle, because, like, that's a different conversation for another time. But at the end of the day, man, like, he's right, bro. You got to make us care. And that's part of my major gripe with AEW, why half the time I'm just like, I'll just watch the clips, because I'm like, to expect people to watch. Remember how stuff used to revolve around be elite, being the elite? You ain't relying on that no more. And so now it's like, okay, well, shoot, you had people who did kind of watch it, and then there's people who didn't watch it. And so if you didn't watch it, now it's not there anymore at all. So it's like, well, where are these translating to? Like you said, no one watches Rampage. So you're not going to watch Rampage. Collision, hit and miss some weeks. Dynamite,
hit or miss some weeks.
Hit and miss some weeks. So
That's every wrestling show. Like all of this stuff ain't perfect, but it's like, and that's what I feel like a lot of hardcore wrestling fans or hardcore AEW fans need to understand. They're not immune to criticism. WWE is not immune to criticism. Some people, if you criticize AEW, bruh, they be pitchforks like, well, you're not a real wrestling fan. You don't watch. I'm like, dog, what are you talking about?
Man, I'd be like, you know what?
So what he said, it makes sense. But seeing as he's pretty much known as a pro WWE to some of these people online, they're quick to dismiss it. But it's like, bro, if you actually take your tribalistic mentality out of it and actually listen to what he had to say, it makes sense.
And he made it very known that he's very cool with a lot of people over there. So there's not a reason for him to not watch. But again, much like any other person, if you are, let's say, a pro MLW person, okay, all you watch is MLW. And you start trying to branch over and let's say you watch a DPW, where you're going to want to know, okay, well, who's this person?
Who's a Jay Malachi? Who is a Chris Danger? Right. Who is a Workhorseman? Who is this, that, and third? You're going to hit like, who is this? And it's like, if you are a genuine wrestling fan, you're going to be like, well, here, check this out. You're gonna have the link on Pat. Like I love it. I love it when they be like, yo, Google's free. So you don't know as much as you claim to know, do you?
Pretty much. Because
bro. If you know as much as you come off as, you will be able to tell me right off the roof. Oh, this is Jay Malachi. This dude, former DPW World's Heavyweight Champion. He won the Continental, the Classic that made him the #1 contender. You should check out this link. Go to deadlockprowrestling.com.
Give me
DPW on demand. Like you get them links in off the dome. When someone to ask you what it is, you don't be like, well, Google's free. You can Google them.
Yeah, it's like as he again mentioned, like you have to sell me. Give me a backstory on the person, legit. Is what you can tell me about their character. What makes them over? And what is a move set?
When I looked at that short clip, it told me everything that a lot of people didn't listen to the whole clip. Because when he said faceless accounts, he immediately shifted his focus to the company itself. He said, I can't rely on your fans, but for you as a company to sell me on why I should give a shit about CMLL. Or why I should give a shit about a invasion angle that you're doing with CMLL. Why should me as a consumer care about this, about Mystico or Blackpool Combat Club going against some such and such?
Yeah, that's true, bro. Because the thing about it is, say what you will about WWE, but at least they'll find ways to make us care about whatever.
I'm not gonna say all the time. Like sometimes they used to didn't do that.
Well, no. Yeah, well, that was a different regime, bro. We already know that.
Now Triple H is finding a reason to make a regular episode of Raw feel like a big deal.
Yeah. You know, like in the previous regime, we already knew. Like it was just like we had to figure it out for ourselves or make our own theories. But like we know that with the current regime we have. Even from seeing the bits and pieces of it before it went roller coaster for a minute to now being what it is, we started seeing the seeds of like, okay, you're giving me a reason like to care about a Johnny Gargano. You're giving me a reason you're reminding me of, oh yeah, I forgot that this person was this good. I forgot Shayna Baszler could do this. I forgot that this was, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and bringing backstory into, oh yeah, you know, this person was this in NXT. They were dominating the scene and this and that. Oh yeah, they were. Let me go back and watch that. I remember that. And that's going to make me care about this person again for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like those little details, man. And AEW doesn't give enough of that at times. And it is a bit
frustrating. If they do, they put it on the wrong channel.
Yeah.
On the wrong show.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, everybody not finna stay up at 10 p.m. and watch Rampage. Everybody not finna go out. Everybody not finna stay in the house and watch Collision every Saturday.
At all, man. And that's the sad part, especially when you know it's already on the same day of
a pay-per-view.
And you're like, now why would I watch this? And you know good and well Elimination Chamber's on.
Well, luckily this week is on in the morning, but still.
Lucky for them, yeah. It's lucky for them. You know what I'm saying? They're lucky for that. They get lucky. I'm sure they love when WWE goes overseas and knowing like, oh, okay, it's a time shift. We're good. But when it's in the States, you want me to watch Collision the same exact time and flip back and forth? I think not.
I will watch that on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening, homie. So it's like, nah, bro. And then what was I gonna say for that before I kind of lost that train of thought, but it's all good, you know, come back. But yeah, bro, they gotta we you know, O'Shea just put it really well. And if you got a problem with that, then A, you're not listening to the full thing in detail. You should watch that again. Or B,
you just don't want to. You just don't want to hear it. And like I saw a lot of reactions, right message, wrong message. I'm like, the fuck does that even matter?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't, bro.
It does. So right message, wrong message. So you don't want the message from somebody who grew up in the business, who understands film and media, who understands TV. Like, oh, he wasn't good in this movie, so we should ignore him. His bank account don't say that. It's like, bro, I will listen, and I'm gonna keep it a stack. I will listen to O'Shea, Ice Cube, and all these people before I listen to someone who hides behind a Roman Reigns avatar or John Moxley avatar.
Yeah, like what was that on Twitter the other day? The Sol Ruka avatar.
Oh, he was like, you can't, but you can't spell WrestleMania without there's no T in WrestleMania.
Yeah, trying to correct Bianca's EST and be like, there's no T, and we're like, bro,
sound it out, brother.
My point exactly. Like Skip Bayless used to say this very wisely, and I need you people to understand this, even in the wrestling world, as what we do. Don't hit send. 9 times out of 10, the moment you do that, you sure you want to put that. Don't hit send.
And then what cracks me up, they'd be like, it's satire. He's joking. No, I don't think so. He's really stupid.
He let me know. It's like there's no coming back from that, bro. So yeah, man. Shout out to, again, like you said, Chris Van Vliet, killing it on the interview scene. O'Shea for being like a true fan and just letting you know what it is from a Hollywood perspective and in general as a wrestling fan, because AEW does cater a lot to non-American more than anything, as you've noticed. It's like Japanese and of course lucha culture and with a sprinkle of American, but not really.
So yeah, bottom line is we just gotta honestly just really just take criticism where you can and actually listen. It's okay to disagree, but don't just be so quick to dismiss it. Oh, because it's the right message. It's the right message, wrong message. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah. Oh, and O'Shea, hey, if you ever come across this in some kind of way, just holler at your boys, because we have no problem explaining that to you in a civilized way that doesn't turn you off from the product or wanting to watch it. Okay, like we will happily tell you.
If you end up in Philly and we all in Philly at the same time, and you stumble across us, we're gonna have a conversation. We won't even have to have cameras. We can literally just have a face-to-face conversation. That's how I am. I tell people all the time, like if you come with the piece, I'll give you the same energy back. But if you come with the BS, I'm just gonna walk away from you because I'm having fun. Wrestling is fun to me. This ain't my 9 to 5. This is a hobby.
Come on, man.
I don't need like a lot of people needs wrestling to survive in content. I don't. This is fun. This is just fun. And if I'm not having fun, I'm not watching.
Come on now.
And I'm not doing it anymore. I will literally move on and not be moved. I'll be like, well, guys, this is done. And I'll be done with that. But yo, before we before we move on to this week in wrestling, we're gonna take a brief break, catch some water, catch our throats, and just like we did last week, we got another edit for you. This one is a classic. It might be new to some of y'all, it may be old to some of y'all, but hey, it's still a good one. We'll be right back. Make sure you don't go anywhere. Peep this next edit / highlight freestyle. Check it out.
You think it's that easy?
Yeah. Highlight. Don't forget the real. Hey.
I got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah. Coming straight on the mic like Tyson, Jackson, or Jordan. I'm bad. The living poster child of this game. I'm a regular ad. Walking like I talk it with these infinite rhymes. You writing checks that your mouth can't cash, but I get on time. New inductee to the Hall of Pain. Look at how we came in the gym, getting all them games. Put that boy to shame. Pick the scenario, I'll tell him just how it could be. Put that boy to sleep so much faster than Tyron Woodley. Ask him about me, I bet they don't doubt me. The world's strongest man in the building, I'm built so stoutly. Ultimate troll, especially when they think I'm retired. Live for the thrill of a mismatch. This dude whacking, he exposed. Think you know about this hurt business, you been closed. The bone breaking, dress shaking phenomenon. Keep your vitamins and your prayers, don't need your pythons. Test of the wits and I'm infinitely strong. Send him to the back of the line where he really belong. From a friend to a foe, either way you still the enemy. World strongest slam, let's call it Mark Henry. Highlight.
You think it's that easy? I got a lot left in the tank.
Yo, that was once again another highlight reel freestyle for those of you listening to the audio format. But yo, man, that was a nice little break to kind of give us time to stretch our legs. Well, me stretch my legs because I've been sitting down all damn day.
Come on.
Yo, man, we'll definitely incorporate that more. Basically, brief break to kind of give us a reflow. But yo, this week in wrestling, it's gonna be brief because we got more preview and predictions on it, more so than reviews. So hopefully you guys go to one say I know I low key need a JU soak one. Hey,
We working on that for you, homie. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
We working on it. Like we have this way where we're definitely going to freestyle a lot more stuff, but we're just working on it. But yeah, that I definitely pitched that. So keep it locked on that. Keep it pretty much keep it locked in here. All right. I don't know why I just did that. All right. NXT. We can talk about NXT that we just watched like 2 hours ago. It was pre-taped this week, so we're pretty much not going to give you a full breakdown this week. We're just going to talk little highlights here and there. So they started off with Obafemi retaining the NXT North American Championship against Lexis King. Let's just go ahead and just be honest.
Wah, wah, wah.
Did you peep that or did you fall asleep on it?
You know what? I missed it, to be honest. I missed that part. I tuned in to the show, but I missed that part.
It was a squash match, brother.
It was squash. Yeah, I kind of peeped that when I went on because while the show was on, I didn't even realize that match had happened because it was like 8:08 when I tuned in. Mm-hmm. So like I was like, and I just happened to see on the Instagram for WWE, and I was like, Obafemi retains. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, when did he? I was like, oh well.
Yeah, they kicked off with it because they closed with the women's championship match.
Yeah.
So
I mean, good riddance. That's all I can say was, bye, Alexis. That says all I needed to know. That Obafemi destroyed your career.
It was pretty much like he got some offense in. I give him that, but like I told Ciendo, I was like, I don't hate Brian Pillman Jr. or Lexis King. I'm just not into the character. He's a clout chaser. I just don't care.
Yeah, apparently they're saying he's basically what his dad literally was, a pot stirrer. Because they said they did the same. Well, yeah, because that's apparently his dad. Like he's doing the exact same thing his dad was doing, despite the fact that he's trying to separate himself from that. Mm-hmm. Even though he may not be named Brian Pillman Jr. in terms of TV name, yeah. They said if you go back and watch Brian Pillman Jr. in his time in WWE, this same character is exactly what he was. Not as flashy, but in terms of like stirring the pot, instigating and doing stuff. That's exactly what his dad was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. It's like,
I mean,
and that's why I told Cece, I was like, yo, if they give me a reason to care, I will. If they don't,
Would you care if he pulls up with a 45 millimeter?
Probably not.
A
Because I
Desert
got
Eagle.
one right behind me. People pulling up with guns don't faze me because I'm like I live in I'm in a military family.
Mhm.
My brother my brother likely has more weapons than I do.
True.
That doesn't faze me. Oh my God, it's a gun on TV. Yeah, I watch Equalizer and all these other TV shows and movies.
True. Hey man,
They won't
well,
phase me. They would
that's
have to
all
do
right.
something, but it's just like I'm not against it. So like he probably will do something that'll just pop me. But for now, nah, I'm not moved.
Fair. I'm right there with you, brother.
So let's see what else, because we literally going through highlights. So Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs, celebrated winning the NXT Tag Team titles.
So they're pretty much baby faces, right? That's what it.
Oh, they're still heels.
They're still heels.
They're pretty much assholes.
Okay. They're getting baby face reaction darn near, so it just gives a baby face vibe, even with that. But hey, that's cool.
Yeah, they're basically setting up pretty much them, because Braun Breaker is on SmackDown now. He's signed with SmackDown, so he's literally getting called up to SmackDown. But for now, he's going to finish up in NXT. And they're pretty much setting it up to where they're going to be like, this is pretty much, they're setting up Chase U, Axiom, and Frazier. And there's another team I am missing. Like I'm missing a team.
No, I think that was it.
That was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was it. It was it. I will say this though. Does it not feel weird? Like, go back to Solo and the fact of when he won that North American title. Albeit I know that it was like a unexpected pop up, but the fact that they had the man defended on SmackDown to surrender the title because he was called up in the bloodline and all
You
that.
talking about Solo?
Yeah, but then you had Dominic in Judgment Day, who's not a part of NXT at all, get a title match, win the title, defend it basically between main roster and this. Dragon Lee, same case when he won it from him.
I feel like
now
they did that
just signed to SmackDown officially. It's known. And yet I'm surprised Michaels or Ava has not been like, yeah, I hate to ruin this moment, but I kind of got to strip you of those titles because technically, Braun, you're not a part of this brand anymore.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Try to make this make sense, please.
You're asking for consistency, is what?
Yeah. I just want consistency because I'm like, if that's the case, Solo shouldn't have never stripped that doggone North American title to begin with. He should have still had the dang gum thing when all of the bloodline was champion. I'm just saying, it would have kept the aura great because he would have been North American champ. His brothers were the tag team champs. Roman had both the belts. It fit. It felt right. You know what I mean?
He had Sammy as the fanboy. Yeah.
And then same thing with the Judgment Day. You saw they let that ride. All of them had the gold. You know what I'm saying? They let that ride. Technically, they all still have the gold. It's just now Dominic doesn't. But still, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. That's just me. A little slight.
Oh, no, your annoyance makes sense because that's one thing that I feel like NXT needs to be consistent with. Like, okay, let's get the ball rolling. So I get that. So we'll see what they do. I see them either losing the titles at either Roadblock or Stand and Deliver.
Okay, I can see that.
Who do they lose it to? Apparently, they're setting up the OC. They remember they're on the roster now.
Oh, the Kevin Nashers. Oh no. Okay. I guess it gives them something to do. Sure, why not? Finally make your money without stealing it. So that works. Earn your keep, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll see where they go with that. Did you peep that Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen match?
I did. It was a low budget. It was good for what it was, but it was like a low budget Mello and Trick Williams kind of thing.
Not on the big scale because they I believe they what you call it? Then they because they they didn't have a fallout as big as this one.
Right, and Briggs is JBL light
Light.
at this point. I mean, you're doing clothesline from Hells, like you're literally mimicking him without the character, bro. And I need you to. I like that you're tributing it and all that. You adopted it, but bro, we gotta. If this is really something they're pushing, I need some more personality, my guy. Like you're right there with Lexus King, in my opinion.
Oh,
I
for
ain't
sure.
sold on you, dog. I'm just not. So please give me a reason to care.
Speaking of them trying to give us a reason, Kevin, what do you think of what they're doing with Roxanne Perez?
I like it, in the words of Booker T, when it comes to a Trick Williams entrance. I like it.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm here for a heel Roxy, man. It makes her
The way she's cutting these promos is giving entitled. So of course, that's what I said. That's what I said on Ciendo's show. I was like, this is giving me like her voice. It's the voice. It's like she's like, oh my god, they beat me for the title. They didn't beat me for the title. Why is everybody getting a title shot before me? Blah. I'm like, yeah, you are giving the entitled Looney Tune gimmick. So
I blame Drew. You see what you started, Drew? You see, at this point, WWE needs to make an official player hater club, WWE edition. And you need to take each and every one of these mofos. Take Roxanne, take Drew. Who on Raw? No, that's Drew on Raw. So who on SmackDown is over here crying and complaining? At this point, you can just take one from every doggone brand and just make this player haters club. And they just hating on everybody that's getting title opportunities that they feel they should deserve. You know what I mean? Like, you get screwed, you getting screwed. Oh, you get a title shot? Not today. That's mine. You know what I'm saying? Call them the hater blockers. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I need to see it, bro.
We need a WWE official. That need to be, when you bring back the Slammy Award, y'all need to have that as a category. Player hater. The player hater of the year.
Legit, bro. Legit.
The player hater of the year. That's what we need. We need a player hater of the year category. What you think about what they're doing with Lyra Valkyria and Tatum? I'm enjoying this character, what they're doing with Tatum.
I am enjoying it too, but Shawty done turned me off after seeing that doggone thing where she's spitting that bottle, because I'm like, oh heck no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Since I saw that, I can't look at this the same no more now, bro. I'm like, bro, you didn't took this too far. Heck no. Yeah. I said, bro, I'm out. I said, I'm out. Dog. It's entertaining, but good God, how far can you go?
Come on, man. What you think about them improvising Shotzi getting injured?
Well, yeah, that was a sudden surprise. I think they did good for what they could with it.
Shout out to Lash Legend for holding, like she held her own.
She did, man. I'm happy for her, man. I really want her to continue elevating, like we were saying, man. Last week, both on air and off air. You know what I'm saying? I really want to continually see her improvement, because Black women are winning a lot right now.
No, for sure.
A lot. You know what I'm saying? Like Jada Parker, Last Legend, Jakara Jackson.
Yeah, Jada Parker on what? She's on
World Star.
Like, we haven't heard World Star in years, and you popped up. So you're like, damn, wrestling
done changed.
I'm like, oh, so you're horny is what you're telling me.
Hey, whatever floats the boat, let it tote.
Niggas are horny.
Whatever floats the boat, let it tote, baby. If that's what's setting the sails, let it go on and coast. That's all.
Hey man, I get it. Like I said it on the show. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, the thing about me, the way I consume wrestling, I know I have eyes. Okay, that's a fine ass woman.
Legit.
Her,
legit.
Rizzo, JC Jane. Like, I don't know where these women are coming from. I didn't know they existed until now. That's how fine they are, and they're in my age range. But me as a wrestling fan, I know how to turn that shit off.
For real, bro. For real.
Like you literally like I love Muscle Man Malcolm. Like that's my dog. He was like Jada Parker for NXT Women's Champion. I'm like, bro, she ain't ready for that bit, dog.
She ain't
And
ready.
people thought I was like, people started riling on her. I'm like, bro, that's Malcolm. He's joking. It's just Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's satire, as y'all like to use.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was funny. I'm like, bro, like I get it. I understand. She has it. Like I said on Single Show, she has it. I said give him until next year. She'll be way better than what she is now. If the injury bug avoids them all year, because there's been an injury bug all through NXT all year. Poor Jay, Shotzi, somebody else, Nikita.
Yeah.
Her again. It's like at this point, like, come on. But I'm just saying, like, the injury bug is there. So it's like if everything goes well on them, like God willing on their side, they're good. To me, in my opinion, they're good for the next year. So, and they'll definitely improve because she has potential.
Mm-hmm. She has a lot, and I agree, man. We're gonna see, man. But shout out to her if you popping like that. I mean, that's more of a reason for them to now push you. Obviously, again, get you ready and get your reps in, but now to really truly push you to get those reps in now, so that more people catch on to that because she has an it factor. There's just certain things that you have, even when the in-ring isn't fully there yet. There's certain things you have that you cannot teach. Charisma is one of them, and a certain look is another.
And
genetics, baby. That's it.
And she has it. Like MFB says, give her time to get better and improve. She's going to be NXT Women's Champion sooner or later. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just give her time. Because I believe she just had an NXT title match on at the live event. She had lost, obviously, but she just had it. Yeah. They that's the thing about the live events. They just pretty much throw you out there to see, like, okay, they give you the reps. So she had her reps in. So they hear the positive reaction. And I seeing as this episode was pre-taped, I see them basically giving her more to work with in the future.
Okay.
Now Raw. Let's talk about Raw that went down. It was Go Home to the Chamber. What you think about? Did you get any highlights? Did you watch it? Or did you?
Yeah,
go to highlight route. Did you go to highlight route?
No, I watched Raw in its fullness, and it was a solid show in terms of now we're starting to get what we actually want with build up. You know what I mean? Raquel coming back was an interesting surprise. I didn't expect. Given what she was going through, I was like, "Oh, so you're good now." Okay. Not gonna lie. Shout out to my co-host on Life's Botch, Ash Benny, because I know she posted a video, not a video, but an image of we're getting closer to the Elimination Chamber that we want. And it basically is exactly this lineup minus one. And Raquel is not that one. And you know where I was going, brother. I guess the dirt sheets or somebody must have assumed that we were going to get Miss Jade Cargill in this.
Actually, WWE leaked it accidentally. They leaked it. They released a graphic, like a blurred out graphic, and her silhouette was right there. Like a literally blurred out of her WWE render was on it.
See, and that probably explains why they did this then, to cover that up, that little botch mistake. They probably wanted to say, oh, yeah, I thought we were going to get you Jade. No, we're giving you Raquel. She's back now. Look, hey, Raquel, you're in there. And I bet everybody was just like, oh, like happy to see her, yes. But I'm talking online-wise, everybody's probably like, oh, what a
like really?
Yeah,
that's what we're doing?
The back is back. The back is back.
She a new gimmick. I'm sorry. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do the smile and the flexing of the back, man. Like she's pretty as all get out. I'm just saying, like, bro, stop smiling.
Please.
Stop showing your back.
Stop smiling.
I was hoping this time away would have, when you did come back, I was thinking, matter of fact, before even seeing her, when I found out she came back, I'm thinking, oh, that's what's up. She's back. Does this mean she has a new look and a new gimmick? Nope. As soon as I look back at it, saw the same old thing. Came out smiling. Happy to be here. Turned around, flexed that back. I said, oh, here we go.
She's like, I'm like, all right. Okay, dude. Okay.
I need that NXT version of you back where you just were not smiling and you were basically
You just showed up, whooped people's ass, and left.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
That back though, next World Star clip. Nigga, shut up.
World Star gonna be going through looking at all these women like, hey, who this Bianca girl? Oh shoot. Hey, who this? Oh, dang, Jade Cargill. Hold on. Oh, Tiffany. Oh my God. They're gonna be all over it. I'm like, God dang. Yeah. Matter of fact, shout out to the Joke Button podcast, bro, because I even heard these fools over here talking about the ladies, bro. They was like, yeah, bro, I've been back on my wrestling.
They like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Them women
killing, bro. The women is killing.
That Rhea Ripley, that Jade Cargill. Damn.
I said, oh, my nigga ain't even say Bianca. That boy said Rhea. I said, oh.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure he probably watched the Royal Rumble and then watched Raw, and then that was it. Bianca's on SmackDown, so that's the only reason why he probably, because Bianca went on Raw after the Rumble.
True.
It was just SmackDown.
I just love that Rhea has that effect on just about anybody.
Oh yeah. Oh, people. Oh, Rhea make you forget it's Black History Month.
Yes, she does. Indeed, she does.
A lot of people in NXT make you forget. It was like, damn, it is. Liv Morgan made me forget it was Black History Month. I'm like, God damn.
To be fair, Liv's invited to the cookout all the time. 9 times out of 10,
she's invited to my cookout. I don't care about y'all.
Yeah, she invited my cookout too.
She's invited to my cookout. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, shit. She's invited to my cookout.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. 100%. 100%.
But to go backwards with Raw, it looks like we're finally getting the build to Jimmy versus Jey Uso.
Yeah, man. I didn't know we were gonna jump right into that one.
I'm going backwards.
I'm going backwards. Okay. Well, shout out to all of y'all reacting to the meme that I randomly posted in my head as I saw this entire thing fold, and I was just like, you know what? All due respect to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, let's see what this would sound like with JR and Jerry King Lawler attached to it if we were in the Attitude Era with this. And boy, shout out to y'all on TikTok. Boy, y'all are blowing this thing up. I was like, oh my. And within a matter of minutes, I was like, okay, thank you, Head, for, pause if I say it that way. But thank you, Head, Mind, for, thank you, Mind, for allowing me to just randomly say, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. But nah, man, it is about time we got this. But I still can't take Jimmy serious even in this moment. Because, bro, the way you rung that bell, first of all, like, my nigga, it was like, okay, I get it, bro. All right, stop.
He cannot be serious for one goddamn second. Like, Jimmy, we're trying to take you serious, but you're making me laugh.
Exactly. It's like, bro, chill out. That man ringing that thing like a doggone 5-year-old trying to entertain himself. I'm like, my ninja, chill.
He embraced his inner Jim Johnson when he made JBL's theme music. Ding 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 ding.
Hey, thank you, Gresh. That's another meme right there. We go right there. Hey, ding, 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 ding. Make that tonight and put your logo right on that thing.
I think shout out to V on Twitter. He actually he dubbed it over. I just thought about that. That's where I got it from. So yeah, shout out to him. He was like, bro, Jimmy was out here making ding 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 ding. I actually send it to you so you can see what I'm talking about. He actually dubbed it and it synced with the bell.
Oh man, bro. It's crazy how that all synced, bro. I didn't think JR and them was gonna sync that well. I found someone was like, let's see what I can find that's gonna match this. I was like, JR going crazy, and they just happened to pull up Triple H when him and Austin.
You son of a bitch! You why?
Damn you to hell! I was like,
damn you, Triple H! Damn you! You son of a bitch! Why?
Somebody stop this! Somebody stop! I said, yo, this is gold. And I did not think it was gonna take off the way it did. I was just like, yo, thank you. I got one. I got me one. Let's go. I love when we think about
I like what they're going with this. I'm gonna give them credit though. I like what they're going with this. Jimmy is like, I'm gonna let him say it. Hold on.
No lose. No matter how big you get, I'm always the big brother. Always.
No matter how big you get, I'm always the big brother.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
You know what? He's the hater. He's the hater you put in the hater of the year club. There you go. Put him.
Drew McIntyre out here preying on people's downfall. Mm-hmm. He's actually participating in people's downfall.
Yeah, there we go. So,
he attacked Cody. He helped with Cody Rhodes getting thumbed again by Sol Sikoa. Pause. And then he screwed his brother out of the Intercontinental title, which was a great match, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I give them that.
This close. I need Jay to get a rematch because we were this close. This close, bro. I still would not mind him taking this title off of Gunther. I'm not. And once he finishes with Jimmy, I would not mind him taking that title off Gunther now.
My gripe with Jimmy, you couldn't help your brother win the title so you could take the title off of him?
Exactly.
You that jealous?
Nah, for real. Because now you just basically facing him without a title. So you're saying that your brotherhood's bigger than the title? Because that would have been a major moment, and then you could have interrupted that moment after. What? Okay, Jimmy. Hey, sure. Why not? Now watch him get a United States Championship match or something.
And Jay gonna cost him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And Jay gonna cost him the title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I like the theories that a lot of people were putting online with it. It was like Jimmy's reasoning for attacking Jay was because he don't want him to become like Roman, but he don't realize that in order for him to keep Jay from becoming like Roman, he's becoming Roman. Because if you look into his eyes, you can see the manipulation, the hatred. That's Roman.
Okay. I like it. I rock with it. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Jay is carving his own path, which Roman, if we're going that far back, then we'll go back to when we teased and talked about Cody and what's the story and how when him and Jay won those tag titles, what's the first thing we saw Roman do in that face-to-face tease they did? Look directly at Cody, pissed off, jealous.
This is my show.
Because he did the one thing that he couldn't even do in his own family, which was bring those titles back. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it's the haters club, the player haters club, man. I'm telling you, Jimmy Uso, Drew McIntyre, Roxanne Perez, you put these folks in a group, and they are the player haters club.
Them hating niggas.
You just wait. I'm telling you.
But I'm ready for them to run back Jay versus Gunther at some point, or at least Jay winning the title eventually when he's done with Jimmy. But Jimmy, you hate that much that you couldn't even get your brother to win the title so that you can take it from him. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to see. I need to see how serious we're going to take Jimmy going forward in these next few weeks, man. I need to know.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I need them. Honestly, I need them. Like they haven't given him an opportunity to show him on his own outside of that one-on-one match that he had. Didn't he have a match with John Cena? That was the only one-on-one match that I feel like he had where he showed a little bit where he was and people were shitting on it. But I feel like if they give him the opportunity, he might blow everybody away. Yeah, but this is literally going to be us going Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. So we're finally getting there. Cody also definitely needs backup. Oh, whoa! Before we get on there, did you peep Pat McAfee?
Yes, that is. That was the
He's like, oh shit,
bro.
My fault, OG.
That is a moment of the year for sure an LOL when we get to the LOL of the year.
God, I bust out. I was like, bro, Pat literally looked like, oh shit, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
My fault, dog. My fault.
Like, yeah, my bad, dog. My bad.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, man. That is hilarious, bro.
But Cody definitely needs backup.
He does.
He definitely needs backup because this man is out here getting thumbed by Solo.
Maybe it's pause, but maybe it's
Pause.
maybe it's a good thing that did happen again now, the deja vu, if you will, because it's going to try to happen at Mania, and he's going to outsmart them. Hence, going back to our theories from
Basically
earlier.
what I said, yeah.
And whether it's The Rock being the cause of it, or whether it's, like you said, previous people who've endured this, and it's like, no more. The Sami Zayns, the Kevin Owenses, the anyone else you want to bring out that fought Roman, LA Knight, everybody that fell victim
Randy
to
Orton.
Randy Orton. Like literally all of these mofos gonna come right out. AJ Styles. Well, technically
My
not.
only thing would be is they do not touch Roman. I don't need them touching Roman this time. I need him to lose clean.
Mm-hmm.
You can bring these people out to even the odds, but I need him. If Roman is to lose, I don't need no caveat. I don't need no smidge or no little asterisk. I need a straight up clean. We done been through enough of these outside interference with Roman. I need whoever beats him to beat him clean.
But tell me this. We're this close to that doggone record being broken. Do we really want it to end right now?
Hogan's?
Because at this point, it's like this. It's like someone said. It's like you're this close. It ain't gonna be replicated and done again. So if you're gonna do it, do it.
But what does that lead to Cody? He
Well,
can't afford to lose again.
This unfortunately shows back to what you said when they had 2 titles on Roman to begin with. You could have finished this story last year if you would have just separated the doggone titles to begin with.
It needs to, I'm sorry. I love Roman. It gotta end. It gotta end. My God. I get it. If it look, I'm not booking. If Roman retains the title, I'm still gonna watch the show.
Me too.
If he doesn't lose it, if he loses the title, I'm still gonna watch the show. But I need for Roman to lose the title clean. He does not need to be touched. You can do the emotional interference where The Rock plays emotional games and sets it up for next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then Roman gets his win back by then beating Rock. Or they have Roman retain and then have Cody win it at MSG or something. Just make it make sense. It's up to you to make it make sense. Oh, my God. That's the thing. You see what y'all got me dealing with?
Talk about booked into a freaking corner. Either way, something's got to finish. Meanwhile, this guy.
Polka Dot Seth.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. You don't need to tell me. No, I can still be your backup. I told you to face me at WrestleMania. This would never have happened. This could have been us, but you playing.
Mm-hmm. You wanted to finish the story. You could have finished the story with me. I would have been willing to go 4-0 against you.
I told you a million times, Seth. No, this is personal. I have to do this.
But you were willing to give it away the first time. What changed your mind?
I beat you 3 times already. All due respect, I cannot beat you a 4th time. That makes that title already more second than it is.
Yeah, you got a point there. Sorry, buddy.
And that was commentary with Highlight Reel and Gresh Unleashed.
But let's talk about this right quick. Hold on now. Like, bro,
Oh,
I'm gonna need Cody to stop backing up. That's my first gripe. Every time he backs up, he gets Samoan spiked by Solo.
mhm.
You did it at Mania last year, and you did it on Raw, right, bro? Stop backing up. Do the crossroads in the middle, because every time that happens, and then Solo, bro. We gotta talk. Why the hell you keep wearing a hoodie when we know it's your big ass?
Yeah. My boy.
And then he be taking the hoodie off like it's a big revelation. Unless you are revealing to me a new hairstyle, there's no revelation, brother. None. Unless you're gonna reveal to me that you are dyeing your bleach blonde hair red to represent the bloodline, you're not revealing anything. We know it's you, my brother in Christ. We know it is you. You can't miss you.
It was all.
You are not a small individual. We see you. We can see you.
It was all cool at Clash at the Castle, but now, brother, you didn't just wore that joke out.
Man. That brother.
It ain't it, dog. It ain't it.
I got a meme strictly for this. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Dog.
Come on now. Come on.
Dog. Hold on. I got we're not moving on until I get this meme. I'm about to download this meme right now. Like we're not moving on. Like this, because this captures my essence of this entire Solo Sikoa thing to a T. I gotta pull it up now. Y'all gotta bear with me because this is my thoughts on this entire ordeal, because I'm tired of this. I am tired of Solo thinking like, bro, come on now. Like, no, we're not finna keep doing this. We're not doing this. Now, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up now. Like, I'm tired. Solo, I'm tired of you. I am tired of you. Like, oh my God, bro. Hold on. Shout out to our homie Cat Williams, because he pictured me perfectly.
Nigga, did you know that I can see you? Nigga, you right there.
Like, I see you, Solo.
Come on. You ain't John Cena, brother. I can see you. You are right there.
Oh my God. But we talked about Raquel Rodriguez coming back. Like, there's no. I pretty much agree with everything you said right there. Like, there's nothing else to add there. What you think about that promo battle that they had with everybody coming out? They queued everybody's music up. Next person talks. They queued everybody's music up. Next person talks.
The same formula that we normally get from time to time, and I'm so sick of that. I'm like, bro, listen. Can the person get a point across before they just decide to play the next person's music at least? Good God. It's almost like y'all are saying, okay, time wrap it up. All right,
It felt like they was reading the fucking script.
Mm-hmm. It's like, next person, please.
Get my point across. Next. Get my point across. Next. And I'm like, now.
You're interrupting. Girl, you're interrupting glow time. I said, wait, whoa.
What is happening?
I mean, why y'all doing Naomi like that anyway? Now do you see why I was telling you, Gresh, why I don't like this Elimination Chamber? Sure, on paper it's cool. But you see, you're ruining a lot of moments here. Naomi just got back, and we're already doing this with promos, man. Shouldn't she have her own full promo?
And Tiffany Stratton, man, like, they changed the theme music, and she was. You can tell everybody was reading the script. Like I'm saying, I'm already excited for the match, but I was just not feeling this promo at all. And then you had Nia come out and attack everybody. Just tell me that she's not winning the title on Saturday. They literally just told me, I'm like, you're not winning that title on Saturday.
Well, it didn't help that Becky's over here just foreshadowing, making it even more obvious. Hence why, again, I can't be excited for this chamber as much as I want to be, because I'm like, if this wasn't so obvious of where y'all were headed, I'd be excited, because I'd be like, oh yeah, Raquel, oh yeah, Bianca. The only thing that's got me sitting here saying it's almost like the Royal Rumble was, but at least at the Royal Rumble, you kind of had a level of unpredictability somewhat. Like, you knew Bayley because you wanted Bayley, and we got that, but you still easily said, man, any of these women could low-key win it, right? Like Jade, Bianca, Liv. Like, it was like, okay, this is just straight up predictable, because y'all teased it at the press conference. Y'all teased it when they did the face-to-face. Y'all teased it when they did the promo. And she's like, I got to prove, because I think you're better than me, and I've got to prove that wrong. And this thing, bruh, why y'all got to do that to these women? Half of them just got back. Half of them just came, just debuted on the freaking main roster. And we're doing this. Now, I know, again, I was hearing you, Gresh, when you said that at some point everybody's got to lose. It's not that I don't believe that, but why it got to be everybody that's got some different type of momentum all at once? That's my gripe with this Elimination Chamber, specifically with the women. Somewhat to the degree of the men's too, but that's a little different, because only gripe I have with that is it's clear cut y'all going Drew, but you got Randy Orton in here, and Randy Orton hasn't necessarily been pinned yet since he came back. So now you got me saying, okay, well, shoot, who's gonna pin Randy Orton then? Is it Drew? What's going on? Oh yeah, and LA Knight's in this thing too, who got pinned, but he hasn't really lost, since this momentous wave he's been on. So I'm guessing a screw job. So Triple H, I just want to know how exactly you're gonna book.
I think that's the reason why I'm gonna watch Saturday, because I want to see how they're gonna book that, and we're gonna definitely talk about it briefly when we get to our predictions of it before we get up out of here. But yeah, it's a lot of questionable decisions. Last thing before we switch over to our funny moment of Raw, they're cooking something with Chad Gable.
They are. Now, to you people over there saying he should be the one to beat Gunther, I don't think that's the case, but I do like the idea of what you're building this man up to. I just think that window has closed.
Because he lost twice?
Yeah, I think, and it's been so long since that time, I just think that window is closed. But with what you're building in your mid-card right now, I do like that. And I'm all for it. Ivar included, because even in that losing effort, it was like, bro been booked real strong. Not to mention your, big Bronson Reeds. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the mid-card's shaping up real nicely in Raw. And
what about Sami Zayn? And I say, what about Sami Zayn? Because they're teasing his involvement too. Like, do you think they're gonna build him up to Gunther? I think he wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
Okay. My theory is that when Drew inevitably beats Seth, because he has to at this point, if he don't, I never want to hear Drew's name again, if that's the case, because he's already beaten you multiple times. So you have to do it this time around if they're going to face at WrestleMania, right? By default. But I can see a scenario where Sami Zayn gets built up to be the guy to take it from Drew. And dare I say, maybe CM Punk plays a little bit of a hair in that. Maybe.
Seeing as he's traveling around for these shows even while injured, so
exactly.
he can make Mania and basically play a factor of Drew losing. So you think they set up a triple threat with that?
They could. I mean, I was thinking more on a one-on-one sense. Like, I think Drew will get his Mania moment back that he in front of fans. Like, this will be his moment to get that moment back. But I don't think it'll be necessarily a long run. It'll be more so like, yeah, you got the title. And because seeing Sami Zayn the way he's been IC champ. He's been
tag team champ.
Yeah, I think he's been US champ too, I think. But no, okay, so it's just IC. Okay, so he's been IC champ. I don't think that's what he's gunning for. When he says I'm going to be champion, He
He want
talked
that
about
world title.
that world title. Yeah, and like that gives me a vibe of he will win it. It's just a matter of when they're gonna build it up and how they're gonna do it. But I feel like when Drew wins that title, Sami Zayn's the guy that's going to beat him for it, especially because it makes sense given that he still has unfinished business with Drew.
Okay.
So it makes sense for him to take that off of Drew.
And
You know
that could
what I mean?
play in the factor of the Bloodline screws Seth out of the world title.
True.
And he can play into night 2.
That is so true. That is so true, bro. I like that. I like that a lot. And Liv Morgan's the same way. And what I say with it's something about these revenges. They're telling these stories correctly. And Liv made her point too, which is again why I'm intrigued at what and how exactly you guys are gonna book this, because Liv made it very clear. I was the last person. I didn't even think about that. I was the last person to beat Rhea. I said, now you got me thinking my theory about her beating Becky Lynch at Mania. That now tells me. As
like a shout out to D from 313. That's what he basically said. He like Rhea needs to beat Becky. Yeah, Becky. Yeah, but I see Rhea going in and out the same way, and then they do the revenge with Liv after Mania, like WrestleMania. Oh, I mean, not I'm about to say WrestleMania Backlash. And
they could even do it. Honestly, if you do this right enough, you could even hold it off until SummerSlam. Really.
Yeah, if they want to. I mean, they're doing a lot of international stadium shows. Like a lot of these B shows feel like big deals now.
They do. They do.
So they can do it at Backlash or SummerSlam, and I'm cool with that.
Me too.
The last thing before we move on from Raw, before we switch to our predictions and get up out of here, did you peep this?
Everybody loves our truth, except me. Oh no!
This is ridiculous. Why would you not want our truth in your group?
Damien broke my heart. I haven't cried this much since the finale of This Is Us. Remember when the Ducks left Tony Soprano?
Huh?
Damien was my duck.
Huh?
Listen, I really appreciate your vulnerability and being so candid. I just have one more question for you. It's obvious that your loyalty in this relationship was genuine, but after everything that you've been through with this, will you ever be able to let anyone in again?
You know, Jackie, this must be how Genuine felt
when
he wrote Pony. I got new friends. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, Cerebral Assassin, Triple H. We're gonna show Judgment Day. You can't bully people. You can't silence nobody. You cannot keep Nick Mysterio locked away with no access to Facebook.
Huh?
We're gonna show them that tonight.
Nigga.
Oh man. Truth, I love you, dog. you the homie, bro.
Never change our truth, man. Never.
I want to use that as a clip from now on. This must be how Genuine felt when he wrote
Little Pony.
Oh shoot! Oh, this man got me slumped, bro. Oh, dog.
If you honestly, I'm at that point. I just had to close out with that clip with Raw. Like, if you don't like our Truth at this point, this shit is fun. If they put the tag titles on Truth and Miz, I'm cool with that.
I think they will, because I was kind of upset that they had him take the fall in a multi-man match. I was hoping they were gonna find a way to. They kind of found a way to make it look strong, because Ciampa tried to save it, but it took like 2-3 of Judgment Day to hold him. Right, that's what I was saying. Like, protect him, right? You know, I thought for sure, like, why do you have to take the pin? And they teased us, but I think they're trying to save that big pop for the WrestleMania pop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's probably why they went ahead and said.
And the crowd is behind them. Like, everybody's like, we want truth. So, bro, that is literally his WrestleMania moment.
Mm-hmm.
That I am here for. But I had to close out the Raw portion for that because I'm like, bro, this is man. That was like I was not expecting to laugh that hard in a long time. Like every time I see R-Truth, I literally just hit that man with the my nigga. I be like, my nigga.
It's the fact that this man's in California with a poncho and it's not even raining.
They said it was raining earlier that day, but it was like a drizzle. It wasn't even a full rain. It was just a drizzle.
Oh man, this dude. What can't he do? What can't he do, bro? Oh my god.
Man. Do you want to preview what they're doing in AEW real quick before we get to our predictions?
Sure. Why not?
Why not? Okay, so I'm pulling up the graphics now, but I feel like they're literally doing it. Oh, before we move on, shout out to Jay Malachi, Javon Evans on NXT Level Up. He cooked over there. Make sure you guys check that out. Also, we didn't really give our thoughts on the Carmelo Hayes NXT. We forgot about that, but yo, check. Like, I'm loving what they're doing with that.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Taking it back to the roots.
With the barbershop and all that stuff. But for Dynamite tomorrow, they're doing Deonna Purrazzo is in action on
against who? A jobber?
Probably.
Oh Lord. All right.
Tony Storm is going to be in action, so you know it's going to be against a jobber. FTR,
like people here.
Right. FTR versus the BCC's John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli. And then can they coexist? 6-man trios match. AEW World Champion Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Brian Cage versus FTW Champion Hook, Hangman Adam Page, and RVD.
What? What the hell? What? Just don't even. What? Nick. Man. Man. In the words of Kendrick Perkins, carry on.
Collision was preempted because of NBA All-Stars, but we're getting this match between Bryan Danielson and
Akiyama.
I probably butched that like all hell, but that's happening this Saturday. They added this match last week. It'll be Will Ospreay versus Konosuke Takeshita. So it'll be a Don Callis family civil war for Revolution.
Wait, what? Why?
Because of reasons.
Okay.
And mainly because Jericho's going away on tour, so they got to pivot a little bit. So I'm cool with that.
And they want him to stay away.
Right. And then they got AEW's EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus Darby Allin and Sting for the tag team titles.
Oh, goody.
And a tornado tag match. So this will be Sting's last match. That's what he want. We'll give him all that. Nothing really much I want to talk about with AEW this week. It was a decent week. I'm intrigued what they're gonna do on Dynamite, and we can go from there. What you got?
I just realized.
What's that?
Revolution's what? March 3rd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Negro, they coming to Duluth on the 6th and the 5th. So that basically just means that we just the last stop for Sting to basically say bye in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Why the hell we couldn't be before Revolution so you can see him wrestle one last time in Atlanta? Man, y'all just so.
I mean, didn't they come to Georgia?
They came to Savannah.
So, I guess.
But they want to come to Duluth all of a sudden after the fact, which means I guess it's going to be like a farewell.
Mm-hmm. His last hurrah before he just say, yep, I'm out.
Yeah, like he's not going to wrestle because we know that's his last match. So this will just be the farewell of, oh, thank you for everything you gave us, Sting, and da 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 da. And here, Atlanta, make some noise. And we were like, yeah, thanks, motherfucker, because you didn't get to let us see him wrestle here in this farewell tour. But it is.
We'll see. Hopefully this week, time to be all elite. We ain't really got too much to be excited about. Like nothing bad, but it's like nothing that stands out. It was a decent week for AEW.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before we get up out of here, we're gonna do speed round preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber and TNA No Surrender. No Surrender is gonna go down this Friday. I'm gonna watch both. Highlight will watch just No Surrender. So
yeah. Well, I'll watch Elimination Chamber.
no, Elimination Chamber is Saturday. I'm talking about like SmackDown.
Oh, for Friday.
For
okay.
Friday.
They're at the same time, right?
8:00.
All right. I'll probably watch No Surrender because we know SmackDown is taped anyway, so it's, you know how that goes.
I'm talking about, I'm gonna literally do basically my thoughts.
Okay.
While SmackDown's going on, but I'm gonna still watch both.
For sure.
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start off with the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. The Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate for the tag team titles. Who you got?
I just want to say that it's funny how there's been no build up to this, by the way. I'm assuming on this tape SmackDown they confront each other.
Probably.
But
I mean, the build to it was basically them becoming number one contenders, and that's about it. And they had a brief exchange with Dom and Dominic last week, and they're gonna have Dom versus Dom and Big Ass Head JD versus Pete and Tyler. And that's probably gonna be their first encounter.
The warm-ups. I'll give me obviously Judgment Day to retain.
Okay, so yeah, I'll go that route too. I see Judgment. It'll be a great match, but I definitely see Judgment Day retaining. Next up, we have, well, this ain't even a match, but the Grayson Waller effect.
Again,
with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
They just want this dude to basically be in his home state.
Home country?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Nobody's getting traded this time, I can tell you that much. Oh boy. All right. Well, what can we predict about it? A celebrity coming and beating him up? That's all I can really say. That's what happened the last time he did a Grayson Waller effect at a doggone overseas show.
This is true. Shit. Damn.
He gets curb stomped.
Yeah, probably. So
you know, that's all I can tell you. Yeah.
MFB said the Rock showing up. The Rock is not going.
Yeah, no, he ain't gonna be it. No,
he'll probably send somebody on his behalf. Like they tried to on Raw, they tried to say Roman Reigns gave Grayson Waller instructions on what to say during the Grayson Waller effect. So if they don't do anything on SmackDown to hint that they're going to be on Elimination Chamber, he ain't showing up.
Like at all.
This will probably be some type of thing where Grayson Waller try to attack them, and they'll probably get booed though because Grayson Waller is from Australia. But Grayson is so good at making crowds hate him, they'll still cheer him.
Yeah, of course.
So there's that. Next up, we have the first of two Elimination Chamber matches for the women. We have Becky Lynch versus Naomi versus Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Liv Morgan, where the winner become the number one contender for the Women's World Championship. I'm gonna go ahead and just say I'm Becky Lynch.
Yep, Becky Lynch. Unfortunately,
like you said, you had a gripe with this. Like, what's your thoughts on this?
It's just, I look at it this way, right? Like, because of how predictable and obvious this outcome is, you might as well have had the opposite of every qualification match turn out. Mia Yim should have beaten Bianca. Zelina should have beaten Tiffany Stratton. Because it's like all these women are going to take L's anyway. So you might as well have had the women that they fought beat them to all lose to Becky if that was the case. But I get it. This makes Becky look, I guess, a little stronger because of the competition side of things. But it just they've made it too obvious, right? And like again, Liv just got back. She hasn't had many matches since just getting back. Raquel also just got back. So it's like, okay, well, you get back, win a battle royal, and then now you gotta lose. Okay.
A last chance battle royal where she didn't even compete in the initial qualifying match. So how is it a last chance? This is her first chance.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Naomi, again, just got back, bro. You gave her new music, gave her an entrance, like only had that one match, hasn't even had a real promo yet to signify some things. You know what I'm saying? Like tell her mission statement that she was kind of telling before getting interrupted by the quick little promos and promo and entrance, right? I can understand Bianca. She's the only one I can see that could kind of take a loss because she's in that desperate mode of, look, I got to get to WrestleMania because I got a streak to protect. So her losing doesn't come off bad because in this role, she'll find her way to WrestleMania still. It just won't be in the way she normally expects. And then there's Tiffany, the new kid on the block. Why would she lose this quickly if you're building her up? She just literally Bianca literally called her out on that. Like, you ain't even been here full 2 weeks yet. You barely go here. So it's like, that's my gripe, man. It's just like too many quote unquote strong people that unfortunately have to take a loss for this person in the middle to go for a Mania spot that she technically doesn't even really need, to be honest.
Sure.
But I mean, I get it, man. Do what you got to do. Y'all want this match so bad, Becky and Rhea. Let's just have them face so Rhea can beat her and we can move on.
Next up for the men, we have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre versus United States Champion Logan Paul versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. Versus Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens, where the winner becomes the number one contender for Raw's World Heavyweight Championship. I'm going to go ahead and just say, I'm not going to lie to you. This one will be tough. The only one that will, in my opinion, make a little sense would be Drew. But like you said, you kind of got me second guessing because you said Randy Orton hasn't been pinned. I can see it being the final two.
They did do that face off where it was like, oh, so we're gonna do this again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and momentum wise, Drew has the momentum because of his Hater of the Year antics. Yet, and Randy's kind of cooled off because they haven't done much with Randy since it's like that Fatal 4-Way kind of hurt him, even though he didn't lose it, he didn't win it, but he didn't get pinned. And Randy's kind of just been there right now. I don't know what they're trying, because like the Rock stuff has now overshadowed the fact that Randy is back, which also was overshadowed by CM Punk, by the way. So it's like, hey guys, it's Randy. That's still Randy. You know what I'm saying? So like, you can't count the guy out, but it's almost like you have to say, out of these, what would you rather see? You don't want to see Logan Paul for the title. You saw that last year, and you don't want a title involved for it. LA Knight's an interesting case, but because of Logan being in the match and the projection of these two going at it at Mania, it almost cancels each other out. Bobby, we don't know what the heck they're doing with Bobby. We still don't even know this man's stable's name. So, in Bobby's case, I see some screw job coming with this doggone faction called the Final Testament, I guess, in some voodoo-like way. Kevin Owens is also intriguing because, yeah, he kind of sort of has unfinished business with Logan Paul, but also could sneak and win a little something. I wouldn't mind him and Seth running it back out of Mania, but does it make sense right now? Kind of hard to tell. He doesn't really have major plans, so it's possible. So really, it comes down to Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre. And it still just seems stronger on Drew, so I guess I'm going to go Drew.
Okay, so you're going to go with Drew. You made a valid point. Like, like a lot of these people are going to eventually lose. So, but if I'm going based off of what the story that they're telling, I see it Drew stealing it. So I'm
okay.
Like they're going. He's basically going to become a hypocrite. Like he complained about the Usos getting involved and screw him out of the title, but then on Monday, the Solo and Jimmy got involved and he took the win. So I see them playing that into this factor with Drew cheating to win.
I like that.
That's my prediction for that.
Okay, I'm with it.
And last but certainly not least, which will likely be the main event, Rhea Ripley defending the Women's World Championship against Nia Jax. I'm gonna go with Rhea. I'm gonna let you explain a little bit before we give our prediction. I see them. This is an obvious outcome, but I see them giving because I'm gonna play devil's advocate, but I feel like Nia has been cooking since returning to WWE. This may be controversial to some. I genuinely don't care. But in my opinion, she's improved massively since her first run. It's because they've mastered hiding her flaws. But after, it's like if we go by the old cliche of like the Raw go home, she not winning that title if she stood tall.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, what you get? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick my pick. Is going to be Rhea Ripley to retain, regardless, because they're not finna go all the way out of their way to tease Becky versus Rhea at WrestleMania kickoff, just to have her lose the title at Elimination Chamber in her home country. It'll be a decent match, but I still have Rhea winning. What about you?
They're going to tease this heavily. They're going to try so hard to throw us off. Like how we talked about, it's obvious Becky wins that chamber. I feel like they may try to throw us off in that too, but they're really going to try to throw us off here because the way, as you mentioned, how they booked Nia, they're going to make it where she's probably dominating the majority of this match, being that she's going to be the heel. So she's going to do that heel work. And they may have some close falls where Nia's like almost within a hair of winning. But yeah, Rhea pulls it off, gets that mega pop when she gets that rib tied up on Nia and gets that grandiose moment in front of her hometown fans.
Oh yeah, she'll be a god with that crowd as soon as her theme music hit. As soon as you hear that, this is my brutality, it's a wrap.
And it should be like super emotional, trying to hide it, but you'll see it. And yeah, that's just gonna be that moment, man. So no doubt, bro. Yeah, mommy for the win, and off to Mania we go.
Oh, for sure. So we both got Rhea retaining the title. For those of you who plan on watching it live, you can do so. I've actually got a screen grab of when it goes live. For the Australian Western Standard Time, 6 p.m., Eastern Standard Time, 5 a.m., Central Standard Time, 4 a.m., Mountain Standard Time, 3 a.m., Pacific Standard Time, 2 a.m., and Hawaiian Standard Time, midnight.
I wish I lived in Hawaii for that moment.
I can do midnight.
I can do midnight. I can do 2 a.m. in Pacific time. Shout out to my people on the West Coast. That I can do. Sure, I might get tired around 3, 4, 5 a.m., but I can do it. But 5 a.m. for us really sucks. It really sucks.
And
that sucks.
Ass.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. Oh.
And I love it when they be like, oh, you you see how us international fans feel. You see how we feel every single day. Here is my thoughts on what you have to say to us.
Shut up, bitch.
You couldn't have picked a more perfect clip given what we talked about earlier. So that was A1, my brother. Bravo.
Shut up, bitch. Like, damn, 5 a.m.
5, dog.
I'll probably see it because I'm gonna be up, but man,
I'm gonna have to make sure I go to bed stupid early if I'm gonna get up to watch that, y'all.
Luckily for you guys, when we do our post show, it'll be at a decent time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it gives us time to process everything that we watched.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll still be Saturday. So we'll still do a post show talking about Elimination Chamber and No Surrender, but it will be at a later time. So, and No Surrender will be more so highlights because it went down that Friday, but Elimination Chamber definitely will get our thoughts on Saturday's show. And speaking of No Surrender, the TNA No Surrender, our preview and prediction before we get up out of here. For those of you who don't know, No Surrender goes down this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe they're in New Orleans, aren't they?
New Orleans, baby. Yes, sir.
So it looked like a solid match on paper. I know a lot of people are more so angry with what's going on with Scott D'Amore, but we can't punish the talents for Anthem's decision. So we're gonna try to support where we can. I guess seeing as I'm in and out with the storylines, I don't know too much, but we're gonna just speed through this so we get you guys up out of here because we're not trying to hit that 3-hour mark ever again. So we're gonna start off with PCO versus Khan.
Okay, so based off what's been going on with Khan, he's been in a resurgence of sorts, and it looks like he's this new evil, big time bad. So despite PCO's very otherworldly storyline, Undertaker-like esque things, I'm going Khan for this one.
Dope. And I agree with you there. Like they what was it, the design that they disbanded?
Mm-hmm.
So they obviously see something in him. So I see them giving the dub to Khan. Will it be clean? We'll find out.
Okay.
Next up, we have Josh Alexander versus Simon Gotch.
Now this is interesting. I don't know. Simon Gotch.
I bet you the fact that we got this picture up in our recommendations they're gonna recommend Simon Gotch shooting on Enzo.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. And with that being said, give me Josh Alexander for this one because Josh Alexander did just kind of literally sign that new contract as of today.
They exercised their extension.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he, kind of gets that.
We'll see, because and the funny thing is the story that they're telling with this is Simon Gotch's reasoning is because he's a hater.
Oh, so he's a part of the player haters club. All right, cool.
He's pretty much a hater. So I like that. I like what they're telling. It's simple, straight to the point, but I don't see Simon Gotch winning. So I'm gonna go ahead and give me Josh Alexander. Next up, we have Chris Sabin defending the TNA X Division Championship against the debuting Mustafa Ali. Go ahead and give me Ali.
Let's go. Ali getting his first championship since being out of the WWE. Let's go.
Has he won a championship in WWE?
You know what? I don't think so. He might have won. I don't think he won the Cruiserweight title.
No. This literally, he's never. Oh my God.
Yeah, so give me Ali. Ali's getting something he deserves.
I just thought about that. He's never won.
Never. Nope.
Was he a 24/7 champion?
I don't think so. I don't even think he got that, bro.
And Tristan said, "Where the hell did Simon Gotch come from? Another way."
Dog, that's exactly where he came from. Cause I said the same thing. Well, I was like, bro, he's still wrestling.
When he attacked, I was like, bro, you still you're still employed.
It was even more funny that his former tag team partner, Mr. Aiden English, being on commentary, didn't exactly commentate in a way that was like, oh my God, I know him. It was more like, oh, Simon Gotch. That's like.
Oh damn! I just pulled up Mustafa Ali's Wikipedia. He has not won a single championship in WWE.
Oh my goodness.
That is crazy. He's always contended, but he always lost.
Dang,
Wow.
bro. Yeah, Ali for X Division champ. Make it happen.
Next up, we have Jordan Grace defending her TNA Knockouts World Championship against the winner of the X Division. What was it? I mean, the X. What was the Ultimate X?
Ultimate X. Yes.
Hill, Michelle Shaw. I see them having Jordan retain because she just had that momentum from the Royal Rumble appearance. I don't see her losing it that quick.
Now that is an interesting thought, but I think I'm going to go with Giselle Shaw on this one.
Okay.
Because it doesn't necessarily kill Jordan's momentum.
Yeah,
but I can see a situation where it's like they're priming Giselle Shaw to finally like get over the hump.
Because she just fired her entourage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she's trying to shed off the dead weight and really. So I got Giselle Shaw to take this.
Okay. Next up, we have the final match in the best of 3 series for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Both men are tied at 1 apiece. ABC, Chris Bay, and his name is slipping my brain. Chris Bay and Ace Austin.
Ace Austin.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But Chris Bay and Ace Austin, ABC versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. I see ABC retaining. How about you?
Oh, this is tough to call, honestly, but ABC is over. And it's almost like Grizzled Young Vets always seem to get the short end of the stick, though.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the Grizzled Young Vets just to be different.
Just to be different.
Okay. Yeah, for the chase purposes, because they're the hot baby faces, and the chase is always better than retaining. So give me Grizzled Young Vets.
Bet. On the countdown to No Surrender, we will have the Systems, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers with Alicia Edwards, versus Kushida and Kevin Knight.
Hey, shout out to my guy Kevin Knight, man. What's good? I'm
gonna give it to Kushida. I mean, Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers. They're building the system around TNA.
Okay.
TNA around the system. I'm still not sold on the system just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is or what it will take, but so far I'm just like, whatever. But I'm definitely give me the system. What about you?
Call me a homer. Rooting for the homie always. I gotta go with my boy Kushida and Kevin Knight, man. It's a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time, and he's making that ascension. And his boy Kushida's got his back. I got them. I mean, Alicia Edwards does kind of make this a factor, though. She could be the reason that they win, but I'm still going with Kushida and Kevin Knight.
Got you. Next match we have for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship, the K versus MK Ultra. I see the K retaining.
I do as well. Give me the K for the retaining.
Gotcha. That is because it's like they just won them and they haven't had a title defense, so it might as well go ahead and
for sure
do that. And in the main event, we have Moose representing the system, defending the TNA World Championship in a no surrender rules match. For those of you who don't know the rules to the match, they're going to have someone represent in their corner, and the only way for the match to end is for their representatives to throw in the towel. So there's no pin, no submission, no type of you don't win on your own. You have to make your opponent go through so much pain that their representative throws in the towel for them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not a fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not a fan of that. But they may work. They may make it work. But if I have to be honest with you, I see Moose retain.
Yeah, got to give it to Moose, man. I think they're building to him and Nick Nemeth, where Nick Nemeth inevitably takes it off Moose. So for right now, Moose is not losing that title.
This nigga's stupid.
Oh my god, dude. Yo, you a trip, dog. That's the comment of the night.
Saliva spitting.
Oh, we gotta start awarding the people in the super chat. Who gets the comment of the night?
Fact.
You
And
got
that's
comment.
the comment of the night for that. Like that is, I'm sorry, that's hilarious. That we got to pin that too. That
For
shit's
sure.
hilarious.
For
Like
sure.
move, because he's making fun of his list.
Mhm.
Moose by saliva waterboarding. But yeah, man, we both see Moose retaining there. And that is our preview and predictions for both No Surrender and Elimination Chamber. Both goes down this weekend. We will be doing a post show on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That gives us time to process what we watch. We get some things going on outside, and then we'll hop right hit back here. Make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/@GRESH when we're on YouTube, or you can listen to it on Twitch. Join us on Twitch. You can join us on Twitter or X. You can join us on Facebook, wherever we're streaming everywhere. So make sure you guys check that out. Before we get up out of here, though, this is another edition of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Before we get up out of here, our song of the week. We didn't give it to you on air last week because we ran out of time, but this week we timed everything perfectly. For those of you who don't know, the song of the week is where both hosts pick a song of the week, and it will be posted on social media, and that's pretty much our vibe for the week. You got your song ready? I got mine.
Yeah, brother. I think I got mine ready as well.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let me go through my screenshots because
All right.
you know how you are when you listen to stuff and you're like, man, this could be it, this could be it. But I actually took a screenshot from one of them, so I'll do that.
Bet.
You going first, brother? You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first while you pull that up. My song of the week will be "Hard Knock Life," the ghetto anthem by Jay-Z. That's my song of the week for this week. That's a bop from me. What about you?
I am going Sensual Seduction by my boy Snoop Dogg. You know, we were fresh out of that Valentine's week. And then also it's just the fact that it grooves, man. I like that groove and that mix of like retro with modern, you know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to sample that and actually kind of bring that back a little bit. But yeah, I like
Somebody, you mean you?
Maybe. We'll see, man. We'll see what's up.
You know. But yo, man, we once again appreciate you guys for joining us here at the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Where can they find you on social media, my boy?
Man, for sure, brother. Always appreciate every follow, every like, all comments, and all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all, my guy. Good song. I see you, Tristan. That's a real dope song, brother. Salute. Follow your boy at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. Like my boy Gresh, I'm thinking about changing that pretty soon. Highlight Life gets very confusing with some of y'all out there who don't understand that's the slogan more so than the name. So I'm thinking about changing it to the actual name, Highlight Real, with the hashtag of Highlight Life down the line. So if y'all see me change it, I'll let y'all know. But in the meantime, all things Highlight Life. You can follow us at Life's a Botch _OTS if you like the Life's a Botch show. Catch me on there. We always go every episode will post every Friday. And of course, we have the independent spotlight that we post every Monday. So salute to everybody who's been on already. Ooh, shout out to y'all. Y'all killing the songs of the week. I see y'all out there. Good ones. And I see the pun behind that song. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. But anyways, and of course, can't forget, make sure you follow all things OTS Media Co. Shout out to our boy DJ, who you will be seeing literally talking about OTS and more. So make sure you catch this talking-ish episode with the man behind the platform I'm talking about, behind my show, Life's a Botch. This man and his network is what makes my show possible. So make sure y'all follow OTS Media Co. on all social media outlets. If you like music, you like film and TV, you like fashion, all that good stuff, that's the man, the face behind the brand. He don't like to show his face much, but that's the man behind.
I do not care, Derek. Derek.
As he would tell you, follow the brand before you follow him, as he's probably going to tell you on that interview. So nonetheless, OTS Media Co. on all things, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And once again, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us for another installment of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Next week will be episode 60 episodes of this podcast. But yo, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you subscribe by visiting www.gressunleashed.com or wherever you listen to your podcast, or simply by following Gresh Unleashed everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're not on TikTok. As well as Gresh Unleashed Pod on YouTube. We're on the road to 300 subscribers over there. And guys, make sure you guys continue to show love. And so to yours truly, at Gresh on YouTube, on Twitter, or at Gresh on YouTube, as well as Josh Gresham RG everywhere else. Other than that, I believe that is all we have. Make sure you guys check out the video that just dropped today. The final what if video. Shout out to Steve OG for this thumbnail. That guy kills these thumbnails. Make sure you guys support him as much as possible because he is a hardworking man in the WWE games community. And we love and respect him because he is the homie. With that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And like I said on Twitter, if you got haters out here in the world, that's none of your business.
Bro,
what you got?
Before we close out, I meant to tell him. Speaking of that post with that thumbnail, should we tell them what we're cooking up after what we discussed earlier in our group chat about what we're looking to do with 2K24?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be collabing a lot more. Once I get the 5, once my boy, you got the 5.
No, I actually have to get the 5. I have games for the 5, but I have to get the 5 myself, bro.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna get the 5. Some of these invoices are gonna be processed tomorrow, so I might get that this week to knock it out. We definitely gonna get the 5. We're gonna be streaming a lot more. We're gonna be doing a lot more collabs. Myself, Highlight, and DJ. Even if I gotta drive to this man's house, but we're gonna definitely get a lot of collabs up and running. Even if we gotta do it on Restream, where we don't have to travel. We just literally do it when I'm in town because that's my goal. It's like I'm going to be more involved in the content side of things more going forward. And more collabing where we have fun. Like it may be a Saturday where all of us are off, or a Tuesday. It'll be at night. Like it'll be at night. It won't be during the day because we have lives. It'd be just something for the homies to kick. And I believe that trio will be under Freepedia. So that'll be our group name.
Let's go.
So make sure you guys keep it locked on all of our social media platforms. We definitely gonna be promoting that. So like Golden One said in Twitch, he's like, I missed the streams on Twitch. Hey, they're coming back, but we just gotta make sure our schedule just synced. Anything else you want to post before I sign off?
Keep it locked for more wrestling freestyles. Again, shout out to, we played a retro one for y'all today. I guess I can reveal who we got next up. I guess in a sense, let's just say 5 is my favorite number.
Oh yeah, man.
Let's just say 5 is my favorite number. That's the best way to let y'all know who's next. You know what I'm saying? So wrestling freestyles are going. Make sure you follow the Gresh Unleashed and Gresh Digital Media pages. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, you know what I'm saying? And working on also posting the previous ones on the Mike Mayhem Music page as well. So for those of you who want to hear them on the Spotify's and all that, make sure you hit that QR code up there. Keep streaming Gresh Unleashed theme song. Keep streaming the Talking Ish theme song. And every other theme song that is basically under Mike Mayhem Music. It's helping us both, really, honestly, in our pockets. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we appreciate y'all for the love, support, and the streams. Appreciate y'all for the like and the love and the comments and shares on the freestyles. And we don't normally tag the talent, so if y'all really rock with it, make sure y'all tag the talent so they can see that stuff too.
Yeah, we try not to blow up their mentions like most of y'all do. So we just post it and go. Like I didn't blow up Mercedes mentions with me tagging or tagging her in that. And I try not to do that with Mark Henry and all this stuff. That the one we just saw.
Yeah, facts. Like we'd rather you guys do it because at the end of the day, seeing fans do it shows them like, okay, we need to check this out because they're tagging us. This must be something to see. You know what I'm saying? You just never know.
You
never know. So appreciate y'all, and that's really it, man. Before we just basically sign off this thing.
All right. And with that being said, you guys make sure you stay safe out here in these streets. And remember, if someone has hate for you, like I say this all the time, like people's hatred for you is none of your concern. Live life while you're having fun, peace, and happiness. That's it. If it gets to the point where people are showing you their true colors, believe them and cut them loose. But with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
Yeet.